what you
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Glassbreakers Guild here on Casual Cactus. I, as ever, am your lovely host, the talented, the wonderful, the DM that has all of the answers. I am Keith.
Evil.
I am
Keith, the all-knowing.
I am the all-knowing. The all-knowing, the unsharing, the evil Keith. I am the one pulling the strings behind the DM screen tonight. Welcome to our little stream here. We are having a whole lot of fun, chopping our way through the jungles of Schult with my friends and my family here as we play our D&D 5th edition. Joining me as ever tonight, we have the lovely Nat back with us this evening, feeling better. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We have her lovely better half, Steven. We are short Kyrie. She is on vacation. Kyrie, if you are out there watching us,
Why?
we miss you. Why? You should be out there having fun.
We love you.
But we do love you. We miss
Love
you,
you,
and we'll be ready
Mikey.
to have you back. We do also have Lord Scritch the Goodly, a.k.a. Danny, and Nova Flagabloof, a.k.a. Nate. We've got Lance and Braden down there in their traditional spots on the other end of the couch.
I have no backrest.
For those of you who are new to the channel, we do post all of our full sessions on YouTube. So if
Once you get past the
Scritch
15
will
minutes of opening.
Emphasis on full session.
yeah, full sessions, unedited, except for that one time when Braden turned everything off. So we do put the full sessions up on YouTube. That YouTube link should be coming through the chat here any old time. I do apologize. They are long sessions. It is D&D. We are working on getting recaps up for you guys. I know I said I was going to have them up before this session, which is session 20, but time got away from me. It didn't happen. Sorry. Hopefully we'll have some stuff up starting next week for you guys so that you can get a full recap of what happened. The first one will be a little bit longer. It'll have everything up to this point in the campaign. Everything going forward will have the previous session after that. We do also have our Happy Little Dungeon Discord server. That can go up in the chat here as well. It's a place for us to sort of get together online and talk about creative stuff. Kyrie and Danny are creative streamers here on Twitch. Kyrie is
when technology works with me.
when technology works. Kyrie is Griffin XX Demon. She does she paints custom shoes and drawing and other kinds of artsy stuff. Lord Scritch does custom Funkos. She's working on some cosplay for our upcoming Fan X here in Utah, coming up relatively shortly. Nova, when he streams, he's done it a couple of times, does retro gaming.
I might do costumey stuff.
He might do some costumey stuff as well, but the Discord is a place for all of us to sort of support each other and to just have some fun being creative. There is one section on there that is our in-character tavern. You can bring any role-playing character you have from any system, does not matter, and they can all interact in this one place. We thought it was kind of a cool idea. We hope you do too.
I've been terrible at keeping up with it. My apologies.
We
Gonna
have
try
been
to do
terrible.
better.
I have been terrible myself, but it is up there, and we're trying to get that rolling as well. Scheduling note: the next couple of weeks are going to be a little bit weird because Scritch and I are going to be taking a much-needed vacation. We will let you guys know through Discord, the Facebook group. I think I've got a Twitter. I might put it on that. I don't know.
Twitter.
But we'll get you guys an update on what the schedule for the next couple of weeks is going to be, because the next couple of Tuesdays are going to be completely out because of traveling. But we'll get that information to you guys so that you know what's going on and can join us the next time we actually go live. That being said, anything else that I have missed that
I'll be
we need
streaming
to...
eventually.
Oh,
Hello,
yes,
I'm
yes, yes,
here as
great.
well,
Yes.
the new boy.
I'm so sorry. Scarf's the owl. He has done at least one. He's done it. He's done at least one. I was at work. I missed it, but I've heard
He's
it was
hilarious.
amazing and hilarious. So do check him out once he starts going live again as well. Oh, trying to figure out where the break is.
All right.
So you're good. You're good. You've just got two arms.
I can either be on this one,
No, this
or
is
I can
mine.
be in this one.
So I'll
So, yeah,
stream whenever I figure out how it works. Probably sometime this week. Probably.
All right. So
I stream whenever.
So do keep a lookout for Scarf's the Owl. We'll.
I can't
Hey,
post it on Discord. I don't know
can you do a shout out for Scarf's the Owl?
Yes, I can. One moment. Is
Fantastic.
it exclamation SO?
Yeah, should be.
1 second.
Should be. So you'll get a shout out here in a second from
goody.
Scritch.
I can do it.
So you can go and watch our good friend Braden play games
I don't know what I'll be
when
playing
he's
next.
when he's next live.
I'm probably doing
I
fine.
want to watch that.
So
I guess
we
you just
had
type it in the
some
wikis.
big things
There's
happen
a
last
space
week.
there, yeah.
There we go.
And so today's recap is going to
Yeah.
be
Hi,
quite
Chipper Snacks.
interesting. Hey Chipper, thank you. And
Our
thank you to
favorite illustrator.
everybody. Yes, thank you to everyone
There we go.
thank you to everyone for showing up. And now it is time to get started. So, recap time.
She says you may use my pictures to
RNG.
recap.
RNG. Random number generator, sure, why not? Would you care to do a recap?
Can someone remind me where we started? 'Cause that's always my biggest issue.
We started on the tower discussing splitting the party.
Yes. Also, he did it last week.
Yes,
so.
he did.
Yes, you did.
Alright, so we began on top of the tower.
Discussing what to do next.
Yeah, no, I just feel like that's where we started the last one too.
Well,
Anyway,
that was halfway.
yeah. So
We spend a
started-
lot of time on the tower.
Yeah.
We do spend a lot of time on the tower. So we started on the tower. We were discussing what we were gonna do about a goblin that we'd seen who should have been dead, who'd been raised, and who was being controlled, we believed, by a necromancer, whose name still escapes me in my notes.
Rasnisi.
Thank you, Rasnisi.
Everyone else knows
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, some names are just hard. So we believe that Rasnisi was involved in the raising of this goblin. So we discussed some possibilities as to how we would go about losing our tail. So we split the party.
We split the party. We're gonna die.
Well, I mean, considering we lost
The
a
NPCs.
player character and the
And
NPCs.
the NPCs.
Yeah. So we sent Pyre off with Kaiho and a number of NPCs, including, basically including
Unwanted
two
familial
other
connections.
parties. Yeah.
The unwanted.
So they went off. Basically, I think their journey. They went off. They ran into some blue mist. A bunch of the folks
And they have 4
contracted
days.
some sort of
Disease.
disease, maybe some sort of madness, where they were looking for special lucky items that they didn't really have. So Pyre locked them up, and Kaiho went out looking for some sort of a cure. And
So who knows how that will end?
yeah, we don't really understand how that's gonna play out. That said, we left them as an NPC party. I turned over my character sheet at the end of the session. As far
Shocker.
as the main group, they were traveling at a slow pace so that they could be stealthy.
Didn't work.
Then
Not at
Gideon had a Gideon moment and lost stealth for the party. They were chased by a giant T-Rex.
To be fair, not chased, but running before the chase.
That is true.
It's not in range, so.
Now it's a chase.
Well,
it wasn't
For most
before.
of us.
But
Yeah, thanks.
I think
Good
somebody
luck, good luck,
was barely
good
off
luck.
the ground. And then Bright, following her
cat Jesus.
patron, her
Just
deity or
whatever.
Cat
Oh,
Jesus.
Cat Jesus.
Cat Jesus.
It's easier
Climbed a
that way.
tree and ran into a woman with long dark hair, jet black, wearing some fairly heavy looking bone armor.
My question is, how did she get into the tree?
Who is
That'd be
just
hard.
clinging to a tree. And I believe that's where we left off.
In the middle of the chase, yes.
Oh,
Sploof, you are on my shoulders, if I recall.
Yes, and I have opened a rope trick.
Yes.
That
That's
is
right.
just
Spewed
that
forth
was dumping
that's spewing
centipedes
centipedes
everywhere.
on me,
Forgot.
and now I
Also
have
pissed
to
off.
forget that
Oh,
Quite a
plan.
number of deities.
Okay, so we are in the middle of
Running away.
fun. So, and I don't remember whose turn it was when
I
we
believe
stopped.
I'm at the top of the round.
I believe we started at the top of the round.
It was
The liar.
you, Bright, me, you,
Mm-hmm.
Sploof,
The
the
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Repeat.
Kind of really good memory right
I
Yeah, that
just
really is.
listened to the last session at work,
Okay.
so
Right.
it's like it happened today for me.
That's why
So,
you're pissed about trying to
well,
get
If you
to
will
the
give
15
me
first.
initiative for you and
I know I'm after him because he kept screwing me over.
Sorry.
19.
You should put a
That's
little butter on your
Okay,
I
toast.
just
so-
I just have to start climbing a tree. Well, I can even climb
Alright.
a tree.
It's okay, I still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You can go invisible.
And Steven, actually, if you will give me
And haste and
Your new
mirror.
character.
your new character's initiative.
10.
10. And I'm gonna forget, so remind me of her name again.
Clara. Clara Morningfall.
Clara.
Okay.
Clarabelle. Moo. I don't know. That's my brain.
My brain
Random
went to one side.
association.
Yep.
Random association of
Random
things.
association. So that
Bears
will...
beats Battlestar Galactica.
Beats bears.
Things that start with B. Bananas.
No,
Bananas, banana splits, ice cream, chocolate,
Where
chocolate
did that table
bars,
go?
tooth decay.
You sort of plateaued there on chocolate.
I like that. And Chipper Snacks is starting a hashtag for the world
Yes.
here. Maybe it already exists. I don't know.
Hashtag for the world.
Hashtag love your DM.
Love your
So
DM.
shout out to the DM for all the hard work putting this together and handling the details.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you so much for that.
That's the way you said that.
Yeah.
And for the players, hashtag ruin your DM with all the
All
impulsiveness
these
and
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
It's like the Bob
All
Ross
these
streams
shenanigans.
all over again.
Yeah.
Ruined!
Alright, so, top of the round, we will start with Bright, who is actually not here. I'm going to, I hope you trust me, Kyrie, because here we go.
Or just move her into obscurity because she's going to run.
She's hiding with Cat Jesus.
So
She's running.
she has sort of she pulls up short. She sees Clara clinging to this tree, and then she looks past you for a second at something that you can't see, and she shakes her head as if she doesn't believe what she's seeing, and she reaches out and she grabs your shoulder and jumps out of the tree
Oh dear.
with you.
Can you
What?
hang on?
What?
As you are sort of and she's sort of guiding you down the tree with her climb, so it's you're sort of clambering, falling. You're falling with style down this tree, and she's sort of every so often you'll take a couple of feet and then you'll get pulled up by the shoulder, as her grip grabs a hold of you. But you guys make it to the ground okay. You do not take any damage from
I was
this.
gonna say I cast guidance.
Yeah, I mean she's got a climb speed. She's helping you down the tree. It's fine. As you hit the ground, she sort of points, and following her finger, you see a ravine in front of you that has an enormous tree that has sort of fallen over, bridging the ravine.
It seems like a really
Really awesome idea, huh?
How far are we from this?
So that's Bright's turn. You're on the ground now. We'll come back around to
Do I see a ravine?
make me a perception check.
You see a ravine that's full of insects because of bad monkey disease.
I'm not mad at
I know.
23.
23.
I just like the
You
way
sort of
asked
catch.
Would you know if you were?
Okay, so you catch Bright coming down the tree about 20 or so feet down the trail in front of you. She's pulled a person out of the tree that you don't know,
This is the jungle of trolls. They just sprout everywhere.
and then she points, and as she points, she draws your attention, yes, to the ravine, to the tree across it.
Okay. So, I'm going to disengage from the centipede
Okay, good call.
and run.
Okay, you can make it to the tree easily on this round.
Okay. That's about it.
Nyx and Sunshine.
Where was I and what was I doing?
You were running.
You were running because T-Rex bearing down on the party. You guys were quietly back. You guys had spotted it. Bright had actually pointed it out to you, and so you guys saw it before it saw you. It was about 300 feet away, chomping on.
300 yards.
Oh, 300 yards. You're right. I'm
That
sorry.
does make a difference.
That makes a
300
difference.
yards. That does make a difference. Chomping on a none too fresh Stegosaurus corpse, and it didn't seem to see you guys as you were backing away until Gideon's boot caught on a root and he went clattering down.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so running away from this thing because it saw you and started running towards you, and it's pretty fast.
Then I imagine that I'm just
Okay,
running.
all right. You likewise do see. You do likewise see Bright. You saw her skitter up the tree, and disappear into the canopy. I think Gideon, you went up the tree as well,
Yep, with
Sploof on your shoulder.
Yes.
So the three of them went up, and now Bright has come back down with someone new, and is pointing currently to a tree bridging a ravine.
Well, I'm probably gonna head that way
Okay,
and
Fa-
just dash and
cool. Gideon with Sploof. You've been kind of keeping an eye on where Bright is. She's disappeared.
Of course you have.
Sounds about right.
Are we not rolling for the other person anymore?
Not yet. Not this go round. Not to get started.
Okay.
We'll
So
get back to the chase part in a moment.
I can't
gotta
see
do
anybody on the
something.
ground at the moment.
Make a perception check.
17.
17. Actually, even though the canopy is fairly thick right in through here, you're able to, as you're sort of striding across the limbs with your boots, you can catch glimpses of the rest of your party on the ground. You do see that they all seem to be converging. Elias has abandoned the rope trick, and the centipedes that seem to be spilling out of it. And he and Nyx are headed sort of off the trail a little bit towards this fallen tree over the ravine. Bright, who's that with Bright? Okay, Bright's pointing to it, so apparently she's seen it and she's headed that direction.
Do the trees do their branches extend across the ravine?
Not really. I mean,
Jump for it.
you could try it, but it's gonna be a jump. It's gonna be.
How high up am I?
You are about 30 feet up,
It's not horrible.
and
That's
that
only 3d6 of damage.
and that ravine looks a lot deeper than that.
So times that by.
No. I just run up to where the log goes across and jump down there. It's fine. I'm going to start heading towards the log. Everybody's heading forward.
So you'll get there next round easily enough.
If only Pirate was here with Featherfall.
But he's not.
He's not.
You got Featherfall.
I
right?
do have Thunderball, yes.
Okay.
I have to know that I need to use it.
Yeah.
Meyer.
Yep.
So you're picking yourself off again.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. If I remember correctly, you were in a thicket of razor vines,
Yep.
trying to get yourself out from entangled with that. But you see people running. Let's be honest, they're getting away from you at this point. And that T-Rex is starting to be fairly loud behind you.
So can I actually do something now?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Yes, I want to. I am going to cast haste on myself.
Good
So
call.
plus 2 AC and plus 1 action for 1 minute.
Okay, go for it.
Alright. Whoosh.
All right. So you are now hasted, and now you kind of
Yes.
see your friends dart up the trail, and then off to the side. From where you're at, you cannot see what's drawing them that direction.
Okay, but I'm headed that direction.
But you're headed that
yes,
direction.
I'm going to head that
so-
direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my speed action and my plus action.
Okay. So you're gonna take your movement, take the dash, and then dash again.
Yep.
All right.
For
I'm getting
75.
out of there while I can.
All of a sudden, this really speedy blur of a dwarf comes catching up with the rest of you guys, and as you do,
Aw,
you
thank
do.
you, Pluto.
Thank.
You do?
What was that?
Gifted.
You gifted a
Aw.
son to Ventress.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All the hype. All the hype.
All the hype. So as you do see what the rest of them see as well. It's a log. It's a massive log across this ravine. Sploof.
Yes.
From atop, your friend Gideon. You see yourself approaching a great big, like, gash in the earth. It's deep. You don't know how deep. And Gideon doesn't look like he's slowing down. And there's a tree on the ground that goes across it.
I feel as though this is going to end poorly unless I cast Featherfall.
Okay.
There's a
Now?
tree on the ground that goes across.
That goes across the ravine.
And we are running towards it,
Yeah,
but
ready?
not on the ground.
Oh, you're in the trees.
Yeah, we're up in
That's
the
right,
trees.
That's right.
What are your plans for the immediate future?
Well,
Gonna jump.
I was sort of planning on jumping out of the tree and running across the log.
Do we need to fall lightly? I'm assuming we need to fall lightly.
How fast does feather? We've used it before, so how
60.
fast? 60.
60
okay,
feet.
So we could still get down to that. Yeah, that'd be great.
I just like cling to your neck. Sproof! And suddenly you feel so much lighter.
You do feel
This area.
Featherfall take effect, and you feel lighter, and you're just
All there.
and it was right at the point where you were getting to the end of this limb, and it was starting to bow under your weight. It's still bowing, but not nearly so much anymore, and it's like that scene out of any kung fu movie where they do wire work in the trees. It's one of those kind of things. It's just like you're still running right across
Gotcha.
limbs that
Yeah.
you should never be able to run across.
Are we all in the area?
At
For that?
this point, well, it will depend on what Clara does.
I'm following the cat.
Poor decision.
Doesn't have very much choice.
No, I was fine in the tree.
Imagining this like sweet little Russian lady
So what are you doing, Russian lady?
I am going to full dash with action, and then I am going to run with my movement as well.
Okay. So yes, all of you have gotten to the near side of the tree, sort of at the same time.
Okay.
Meantime, let us see.
The side and it runs off.
1, 2, 3. So meantime, the T-Rex has covered about a third of the distance to you guys. And it's getting
Picking up speed.
it's not, I mean, it's still a couple hundred yards away,
Okay.
but it's seen you and it's coming for you guys.
How big is this log? Like
To rephrase that, is this log big enough to support the weight of a T-Rex?
that. Also, width-wise. I'm curious.
We need answers. My phone just buzzed. Scared the crap out of me.
Someone click that because it was a beautiful response.
That was
Not
that was
now.
awesome. Love it. So
I'll call her later.
oh the clips.
Stop it!
It does appear large enough, wide enough for you guys to get across relatively easily. It'll be a near thing for the T-Rex, and it's really hard to tell until it gets there.
Just get across.
And how-
I know what. I have a plan.
Right.
Deal with
How
the T-Rex.
far across do we have to go to get to the other side?
It's about 60 feet across.
Well then.
Oh, wait,
Alrighty.
It's a big tree.
That's a big
Yeah.
It's a big tree. It's a big ravine.
This is not
All right.
Just go across.
I am so poorly.
Okay. I'm at the ravine.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna gesture. I'm gonna do the thing where gesturing everyone to go. I'm gonna start tying one end of my rope to my waist and the other one to my maul,
Okay.
and then get a few things out of my pack. That
Okay.
will come in later.
What things are you getting out of your pack?
Oil.
I'm gonna burn this another big bridge down after we get across.
Make
No
me a
going back.
perception check.
18. What?
It's not a log.
What do you mean it's not a log? What do you mean it's not a log?
So
How the hell did a mimic get out of
This is
here?
how we die.
Yep, yep.
So, you find two things in your pack you weren't expecting.
Oh
Huh.
One of them is a note, and one of them is a hard wrapped object.
Oh dear.
About yay big, kind of round oval, wrapped in burlap.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
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 I leave it up to you what you want to do with that information.
I'll just. Not now. I'll
deal
just
with this
send it.
later.
I'll deal with this later. It'd be funny if I never read it if I die.
It would be. It would be.
Alright,
Okay,
that's what I'm
so
doing.
you're preparing all of that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Just for
Nix.
everyone to get going.
So Elias looks like he's preparing something at the near side of the tree, and he's motioning everybody to get across.
How far am I from the other side of the ravine? How far am I from the other side?
60 feet.
So
Okay, so I'm at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Oh,
at
okay.
the near side of the tree.
So, yes. Sunshine has 40-foot movement speed and can dash. So,
Play tablet.
we're gonna.
And so you, on your giant spider, scurry right across and get to the other side in
I
one
have
go.
fire. Get it.
I have fire as well.
Cool.
But my fire is
Okay.
bagpipes.
Well, now
Giddy.
that I have Featherfall cast on me, I'm gonna try and jump to the other side, just across the branches. It's fine. I've thought this through. I promise.
It's fine.
I have.
Okay.
So has Gideon.
Okay.
Lance has. Gideon has not. Gideon's just jumping.
Make me an athletics check. Sploof,
Yes.
make me a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
14.
14.
that's not gonna go well for me. It's it's a 3.
Oh
Minion, what are you doing? Minion, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you grab hold of him as tight as you possibly can, and as you jump, you feel the goblin's arms around your neck squeeze.
So I run, and I run, and I run to the very edge, and I jump, and...
And?
Am I falling, or am I landing?
Theoretically, you're feather falling.
You
You're
are
falling.
feather falling.
Or is he moongrafted to across?
The distance was a little bit greater than you anticipated. So please make me a dexterity saving throw to grab a hold of the log as you go past.
I'll put your feet on it.
5.
Well,
No!
and you are now falling down.
So I would like to imagine that everyone down can just look up and watch Gideon running, jumping, and just
It's like it's like that scene from Toy Story, the first one, where Buzz Lightyear turns to fly and
Yeah.
just goes straight down the stairs.
Luckily, you do have Featherfall.
Now, do I have enough momentum that my Featherfall is going to keep carrying me?
It's going to keep
laterally,
carrying you.
or am I just dropping?
No, it's
Because as soon as
It's
I
a
realize I'm
parabola.
not grabbing that, I'm changing this into a dive.
So it's a parabola. So you're gonna get a little bit closer to the other side with your next turn, but it's pretty quickly gonna go vertical.
So then I'm going to try and land on the tree trunk. Let me know if I miss.
You already did. That was the dexterity
okay.
roll. So it's like I'm not gonna make it, and there's the tree, and oh no, we're behind.
All right,
We're
I
below.
am now aiming for the side of the ravine.
All right.
Exactly.
And
This was
so,
not a plan that we discussed.
So Clara, there's this bloody fool that just jumped out of the tree and missed everything, and he's got this green thing.
Would you even be able to tell it's a goblin between all that?
No, it's just like there's
This
this little
weird
tiny
child.
child with the hat pulled down, and it's screaming minion on his back as they go over the edge. All right.
Welcome to the party.
Mike.
Yeah, Meyer. You get across. You have 75 feet of movement.
Okay, so I was in the area when she got Featherfall.
Yes. Who were you targeting with it?
Is it like a
It's-
number of
It's
people?
it's
or
the
is
number.
It,
It's a number of people that you can pick.
oh, probably
Up to up to 3.
Well, definitely me and Gideon.
Yeah.
And if you were close enough, whoever
was
else
gonna
I
say,
could see that was close
who
enough,
was
I probably
close
would
enough?
have gone ahead of them.
Because they
Everyone?
were in the treetop.
If I,
I
could
mean, you can
somebody
see the
running that
you can
way-
see the rest of the party. They're all within range, but you can only pick one of them.
Now this is a good
Well,
thing. Now let's.
everyone except Nyx is within range because Nyx and Sunshine are on the far
All right, now
side.
this is interesting.
Or okay.
Which one do you, which
Like, nope.
what other member of this party do you trust?
Honestly, it would probably just be a matter of who I saw first.
Probably.
And with that, like, okay, I'm trying to put together in my head the pieces of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Sorry, 5 falling creatures.
Oh, is it 5? Okay, so you could have
Oh, so both of
you can
them.
have 3 more.
Yeah,
Which means Bright's there, the new person's there, Elias is there, but doesn't look like he's crossing the bridge. Meyer and Azaka.
So I've got 3.
You've got Azaka. You've got Azaka.
So you
you've
got 3 additional people besides you and Gideon.
Okay, which ones of them look the least disdainfully prepared for what's about to happen.
I'm getting
Does
prepared.
Azaka look like
Oh.
she's shook or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, I cast it on her.
Dear.
Huh?
She's scared of heights.
She's gonna
Oh,
fake
that's right.
halfway
She's
and
scared
just.
of heights too.
She's gonna like.
I would probably end up casting it on her. Bright has somebody tucked under her shoulder, so because you're still like.
Well,
Yeah.
they're Clara's under her own power at this point.
Okay, that's
Under
right.
her own
So,
power. She wasn't before.
so I would probably. Oh. I don't know you, so I don't care. I'd probably cast it on Bright,
Okay.
and then whichever one of you guys was closer. So.
Now Elias doesn't look like he's moving to cross the
Okay,
bridge
so
yet.
I would go with him.
Okay. So
Okay.
Meyer, Azaka, and Bright get the other slots on your feather fall.
Okay. So with that,
So you do kind of feel yourself get a little bit lighter, but
And then you watch me.
and then you watch Gideon sort of sail over the edge of the cliff.
well, since there's a T-Rex coming and there's no other place to go, I'm gonna jump and whee!
Jump.
I'm gonna get to the end of the tree and then try to
I
jump
think
over.
you're not even gonna try.
No,
to
you
actually
can
cross
just
on the tree.
run across the log. I tried to jump because I was up in the tree.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I like jumped and
Just-
tried to get to the
just
other tree.
Don't
Oh.
jump, just
Missed
walk.
the log.
You have 75 feet
okay.
of movement. Just get across.
Well, in that case, yeah, I'm
If you do
gonna.
fall, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm gonna
be
run
the end of the
across.
world.
Okay.
I'm gonna run across.
Easily enough, this tree is big enough. You can get across it easily
Okay,
enough.
I thought the tree ended before it got to
No,
that.
it
I'd like
goes
to
all
contest
the way
it.
across.
Okay, gotcha.
Goes all the way across. Clara.
I simply run across as fast as I can run.
Okay.
With the dash as well.
Easily enough. What is your full? What 30? Okay. So you'll get to the far side easily enough. T-Rex moves closer.
How big is the T-Rex?
Big.
Big.
I think Jurassic Park.
Three, four.
Hey, wait.
Slow motion is falling with that as the background.
Dinosaur.
So, I have an idea.
Oh god, did it hurt?
Just cross
Yes, it
the
did.
log.
No. So the T-Rex don't follow us.
I thought that's what he was doing.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, you're gonna set it on fire, but like, how big would the flames?
All right. So
Enough.
all this time,
Okay.
your little rat, Hemroid,
Poor hemorrhoid.
has because the last he knew he needed to go for the T-Rex.
Yes.
He's still closing distance with it, but he's still 420 feet away
Oh
from
my
it.
gosh.
He's like,
Poor little hemorrhoid.
I still like the idea of zooming in and you can hear Hemorrhoid's battle cry. And then you zoom out and just.
Nothing.
Zoom back.
crickets is all you hear.
Just the do.
Hemorrhoid in this 10
Go
feet
forth,
of
my
movement.
friends. You can do it.
All right, we'll do this one more round, and then we'll cut to the cinematic. You. What are you planning to do? What are you trying to do here?
So I've attached a rope to myself and to the end of the maul. Should the tree fall, I will throw my maul as an anchor to the other side
Okay.
as a backup.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take oil, pour it on the tree, light it on fire, and then continue onward.
And you guys
Okay.
think I'm the crazy one for
Okay.
jumping?
Well,
Yes, actually.
All right.
I have a plan!
So because you did all of that, you only get halfway across this round.
That's exactly where I'm going to put the fire next round. So
Okay. That
Hope
works.
everybody gets across before.
well, I'm waiting for everyone to get
So
across.
Nix,
So.
you're watching all of this shenaniganry. You see Pyre, not Pyre. You see
Pyre.
Gideon with Sploof,
And they're falling.
and they're falling.
They're slowly.
Haven't we done this before?
This does seem mighty familiar.
And as you look down, you do see that the ravine is about 120 feet deep.
How many?
I could survive that.
You can survive.
I could survive that.
He says.
We can make it.
There's nothing I can do.
Watch and
Watch my
panic.
friends die.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not dead yet.
We're not dead yet. Nix doesn't know. She doesn't know about Featherfall. She just thinks you're a freaking idiot.
Wait.
Make,
no,
make
that's
me
not-
make me a perception
You
check.
would.
Well-
Well, actually, you guys might notice that we're falling not as fast as we should be.
That's the perception check.
A lot of airtime.
Not a fair time.
11.
You would have thought people would fall a lot faster than that.
And you were there the last time this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't see it.
Ooh, yeah.
All she saw was her friends go over the edge.
I'm the only one. And Azaka, but
Right.
That's true.
that's true.
I don't know how much she remembers.
I'm gonna stand with Sunshine just like at the right at the edge, just ready to try to help somehow, someone, if I can. Because clearly Gideon and Sploof are just gonna die, and there's nothing I can do about
Okay.
it right now.
All right. Yeah, you do see that great big lizard coming at you. I mean, it's still a good ways away. And what is Elias doing? He set the tree on fire. Of course he did.
Not yet. I am pouring oil.
You already said you set it on fire.
You did
Oh, okay.
You
Okay,
did
that's
say you set it on fire.
perfect.
I love Nix.
Hold on, let me mark an oil flask down real quick. The last thing on my inventory.
Can't tell which of you is stupider. This
So
one.
as you're following, you're just kind of out of reach. If you could just get a little bit closer to the cliff and make me an athletics check. No, acrobatics check.
It wasn't me this time.
16.
16. Your fingers grab just the teensy tiniest little finger hold, and you slam into the cliff face. Make a strength check.
Watch out for that tree.
Oh, that wasn't hideous. It was 12. Wasn't great, but it wasn't a fail.
Sploof was clinging on pretty tight, and we had
Yeah, yeah,
Featherfall, so we weren't at maximum.
Yeah. I will give it to you. You're
Oh, kind and generous God.
I will say that your death grip on your minion's throat that you took because you were so out of your mind scared kind of loosens, and you scrabble back and you sort of dig your claws into his shoulders. Ouch!
I have bruises and marks.
Well, yeah.
But you
Explain
are
those.
able to actually hang on to him as he slams into the side of the cliff.
So I do have one question, Keith.
Yes.
How much damage do I take from falling?
None.
None because of Featherfall. You do have the bruises, but
That's fine.
yeah, you are on the other side of the cliff, and you're about 40 feet down.
I'm just gonna start walking up the cliff.
That'll be your next turn.
Slippers of spider are so useful.
So Nix, as you're standing there, you kind of see Gideon reaching out, and he grabs a hold of a finger hold, and he swings down, and you hear the oof as he crashes against the wall, and you see Sploof almost come loose, but you grab hold and hang on. All right. Meyer. So you're on the other side, looking down. You kind of see the same thing. Looking
And-
across, you see the T-Rex coming, and Elias has set the tree on fire.
Okay, has the T-Rex started to cross?
Nope.
No, he's still a good ways away.
Okay, I'm gonna wait at the edge to make sure everybody gets across, and
Okay.
I'm going to hold my actions.
No, except Elias, who is halfway across.
Nope, I'll be there.
Well, yeah,
I'll make it.
he'll be the
I'll
last
make it.
one.
What about Azaka?
She made it.
She already got
She's
it
already
crossed.
across? Okay.
She's standing there
Okay.
with you.
Oh, okay.
Right, Keith? Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Did she really make it?
She made it across, but she is like shivering in her boots, and she is standing with her back to the ravine, panting and hyperventilating.
Remember, she's like, I want you guys to help me go to the fire thing. Giant.
I'm now understanding why that was the request.
Yeah.
She can't go up there herself.
Yep. And Clara.
Would you like to analyze this group of wacky adventurers?
You realize this takes a very long time to burn through this much wood. Get across the bridge right now.
I didn't ask you.
More importantly, who the hell are you?
This will take a very long time to burn. I would hurry up, and I'm going to prep blindness, deafness.
On me?
I don't like you.
Okay.
All
right.
Poker face. I'm not doing another one.
Sounds
I had
good.
to do it as
Um,
Jay did.
All right. So we're gonna at this point. I kind of have a sense of how things are going, so we're gonna cut to the cinematics.
Oh, good.
So Elias, you continue to pour your oil out across the bridge, and it sets it fire all the way across. Your new companion is not wrong. This is a big tree. It is going to take forever to burn. The T-Rex catches up to or crosses paths with Hemorrhoid, who stands in the way, wiggles his little butt, and burps fire. Singes the foot, at which point the foot comes down and squashes it.
I mean, what were you expecting?
I was hoping that maybe it would
And
jump onto him and
I was
like
to say, I was hoping
get
Hemorrhoid
right
would climb
here.
up his own way.
So in your head, you hear this little before he is squished out of existence.
Times has he died?
Oh,
At least twice.
at least twice,
Yeah.
maybe.
I think-
three
isn't this the
times.
third?
This might be the
Yeah, I
third
think this
time.
is 3 for.
Oh, he'll
for
be
him.
back. Don't worry.
He'll be back.
He'll always be
Undeterred,
Oh, there are pictures going in Discord, you guys.
Uh,
I gotta look.
undeterred, the T-Rex does continue to chase you guys. Gideon with Sploof, you put your you put your feet to the cliff and just walk back up, and as you get to the top, the T-Rex reaches the other side. And being a very unintelligent creature,
He tries to run
it
across, doesn't
sees prey, and it puts its foot out onto the tree,
the burning tree.
the burning tree, and you hear and the splintering of wood as it gives way under the massive beast's weight. And the whole thing just sort of topples forward and is not able to catch its balance and falls 120 feet into the ravine below.
That poor animal.
You think it's worth going down there for the meat?
Do we?
He's probably
do we,
not
do we
dead.
get the sound of XP?
Sound of XP.
As it falls.
I was thinking.
Or like the Sonic coins on.
Ching, 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 ching.
Or is it too far?
Yeah, it's too far.
Gosh.
You do hear the roar sort of as it's falling into the distance, and you hear the thud. And looking down, it's sort of in shadows, but you do see the glistening sort of wet redness on the rocks.
Do they land heads or tails?
It doesn't matter.
So, are we getting the meat, or are we just
No.
gonna keep going?
Is it
We
dead?
should probably
Looks like
keep
it.
going.
Or
I mean, I.
Oh
Who
yeah.
is?
Who are
You
you?
really want to go down there and?
That is a good
Get it?
question.
I
Who
just-
are
I
you?
walk down the cliff. and then
Oh,
walk out.
that's right. You got magic boots and stuff.
your kid friend pulled me off of my tree in front of the dinosaur.
Oh,
Who is this?
My name is Clara. Who are you?
I am Sproof the Mighty, and these are my favorite. Well, okay, maybe not my favorite. My favorite minion has gone elsewhere, but my other favorite minions.
Extends this little goblin hand.
Why are you in the middle of the jungle alone?
Are we in a tree?
That's sort of a long story. I was in a tree because I did not want to get eaten by a really large dinosaur.
Oh, another gifted sub. Thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
Pluto.
thank you, Pluto's on a roll.
Yeah, Pluto is certainly on a roll.
Jeez.
Woo!
So I give
More
you the
thank-
designation of planet
Oh,
back.
hi, Whitney.
Pluto has earned its planetary ranking back. Thank you for that, Pluto.
I'm not sure if you notice who the latest follower is up there, Danny.
I saw that. That's exciting. You guys don't know her.
You
but
guys
she's
don't
awesome.
know her.
I
She's
like
awesome.
her.
Yes. So yeah. Keep going. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
We are a traveling, roving adventurers seeking.
A circus?
No, we're just
No.
trash.
Have you
Which-
died? What? Speak for yourself. I am a world leader.
You smell like it.
Okay, alright. We're looking for the city of Omu to end the death curse that you might have heard about.
Yes, something like that is why.
Now, why are you in the middle of the jungle all alone?
Have you died?
No, I have not died. However,
Oh, the first person we've met, I didn't die. Sorry, I almost died. I'm having flashbacks.
Technically, you have died.
Second time.
well, perhaps our paths coincide. You see, I am also seeking to end this curse, and also sort of seeking my husband, who is in search of the end of this curse as well.
Who's your husband?
His name isn't Charles, is it?
Okay,
No, of course not.
Good. I
Charles
was-
is a very bland name.
I agree.
Your husband's name isn't Pyre, is it?
Why do you think that I know these people?
And it's not Artis?
You don't run into all that many people out here, although we seem to.
Apparently
Okay,
we
okay.
do!
Clearly, that is.
Why
not
don't
the
you
case.
just tell us his name for context here?
He'll have a name at some point.
Okay.
Actually, write up my backup characters, guys.
I
Oh.
think this means that you need a name currently.
Okay, we'll get back to
A lot of
that.
pressure.
Blah.
First thing that comes to your mind.
So
You say a name.
Okay, his name is.
Gary.
No.
Gerald.
Also bad.
Gerald's not a bad name, is it?
So now so now we're playing name Nat's next character.
Can we put that to the chat?
Yes!
This should be
Yes,
like
give
a,
us-
this should be
give
like
us
a
some
poll
ideas.
on the Discord.
Yes.
I kind of feel like Poser's been like really.
Okay, Poser.
I feel
Poser,
like
give
he
us a
gets
give us a
gift
name.
in
Give
giving
us a name.
This
No,
is
no, you know
gonna
who
be very
no,
bad.
no, you know who needs a name.
Oh, Pluto. I'm sorry.
Pluto.
not Poser,
Pluto. Yes.
Wrong person.
Pluto, give us a name because of all of the subs that you have gifted out
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
Anyway.
While we're waiting,
While we're waiting on Pluto to get back to us.
my name is Myers. I am the leader of this group.
Myers.
That's
Yes.
not true.
That hasn't been voted yet.
Make
This is a
make
democracy.
me a history check.
He's
Every
Yeah.
How nice would he be?
Sorry, I'm using a different character sheet. It's a little more difficult to find. So that's going to be 14.
14. Meyer.
Oscar
Name sounds very familiar, and you're not sure why.
This is a pleasure, of course. And yourselves?
My name is Nix Trilomax Gemfinder, and this is all very frustrating.
You have three names?
I only just now learned the last two, but I like her a lot.
part of a month.
That month.
Dysfunctional family. I see.
Dysfunctional?
Clearly.
Not dysfunctional.
We are diverse.
Some of us are kind of stupid.
We're fine, alright? We're fine.
Stupid is a strong word. However, you did jump off a cliff.
Yes,
Yes,
but
you
I
did.
can walk on cliffs.
But
It's a
you didn't know that you would hit the side.
I was very confident that I would.
I trust
What?
You know I can walk on cliffs.
Oh no, she doesn't. She's never seen you.
You're,
I just walked on it. Were you not there when all the other cliff walking happened?
What on earth are you talking about me?
My shoes.
Sorry.
You.
So,
I'm gonna walk down the cliff a couple steps and walk back up.
But you still jumped off a cliff.
Well, yeah, because the T-Rex was on the other side.
Ugh.
Never mind.
Goblin just kind of like head in the hand shakes it.
The point is, we're all fine now.
We are all alive.
as enlightening as this was, I have not caught everyone's names. You are...
My name is Elias Bloodstone.
Okay.
I'm an archaeologist.
Mild speech impediment, and...
You're the one to talk. You sound funny.
And you are...
I'm Gideon.
Gideon. Very nice to meet you all. And you said you are Nix Trilomex Gym Fighter.
Yeah.
But your real name is Trailmix?
No, Trilomax.
Trilomax.
Trilomax. I still hear Trailmix.
Yep.
Okay, alright, well.
Meyer, what is your last name?
We have a name.
Veranos.
Make your history check again.
None of us.
16.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, now it comes the dawn. It's like, oh, yeah, I've heard of you.
Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, excellent. All my
Someone's heard of
all my
him?
excellent adventures, huh?
Meyer,
Yes.
I know your reputation. It preceding you is not a good thing.
But
I'm
I am
sorry.
Oh, the power of the
But
bird.
I'm a hero.
Almost.
You're
Oh.
almost hero.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do remember that he failed to stop his uncle from becoming really, really evil.
I see.
We have a name, by the way.
Well, this is okay. Let me make sure that I have everyone. You are Elias, and you are Gideon. Gideon.
Everyone says it with a list.
Just Gideon.
Just Gideon for now.
Whatever you wish. And Meyer, of course. And,
At your service.
Sploof the Mighty, yes?
Yes.
And you are
I
the
like this
next
one.
gem finder. My
Yeah.
name is Clara Morningfall.
And we have a name.
Yes.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
I'm not
Oh,
either.
what's- oh,
Well, you, Harry, you're the one with the name. Pronounce it.
Nevenig
Goyoni.
Goyoni. Nevenig.
Mevenig?
Mevenig.
Nevenig Goyoni.
I kind of dig it, Pluto.
Mevenig.
I like
dig
that.
it, but I like that.
Mevenig. Last name Guyony.
Okay, I may play a little bit with the last name just because technically.
I don't have to take your name.
Also, you
My
could,
wife doesn't want my last name.
you could hyphenate.
You could hyphenate.
You could hyphenate.
Good job. Thank you, Pluto.
Yes.
Maybe
thank
you come from
Yes.
a matriarchal society.
Спасибо большое. Alright, well, I suppose then I don't have anywhere better to be than if you would escort me, of course. My party
Are
may
dead.
have fallen to the wayside.
What?
The wayside.
Oh,
The
which
V-side. The V-side.
I love my players. I really do.
I have a goblin translator. That is no.
I am a man of many skills.
I'm sure
This
you
is
are.
not your first language either.
No, in fact.
Shall we continue on?
I think we shall.
I
Well,
said
of course
we're
you're
gonna
welcome
keep her?
with us. We can't
It's
leave you
not like
behind.
we're gonna
Well,
leave her in the
we
jungle.
can't really just leave her,
No, of course we
Of
can't
course.
leave her.
and we're not going back.
I don't want to be an imposition.
We are not going back.
Please
As
understand.
you can see, there's no more bridge, so only forward.
Maybe because someone tried to burn it.
No, because the dinosaur stepped on it. His burning was not going to do anything. That was a pointless waste of time.
I mean, I'll take that pride hit if it means I'm wrong. If it means we don't go back, I'll take that pride hit.
Now, I would like to I would not like to be an imposition. So, I assume you have some sort of food stores. You're talking about going to get dinosaur meat. I can
We said food stores.
I can provide both food and water.
It would be very useful.
Oh.
Useful minion. How?
This is everyone is a minion.
Am I?
Well, yes, of course.
Shine a contract, Shay.
Elias, if you don't agree that you're a minion, I'm going to take you back onto the other side.
I am a minion, guys.
Excellent.
What am I?
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I appreciate your hospitality.
If you don't mind,
I-
okay, then
What's
not with the
your reason
ravine.
I wouldn't thank us for that just yet. We're
Well, with the alternative
We're headed
being
into-
by myself,
headed into a lot of danger.
and I was myself headed into a lot of danger. I believe that safety in numbers is important.
Fair to me.
Okay. Well, we should go now.
Yes, and I will need a rest sometime soon. I feel quite spent.
What
What
time
time
of
of
day is this now?
Oh, Keith of the god of the sun.
Yes.
It's about midday.
Oh.
Can you still cast the tower?
Hey, Nick,
I can still
Yeah.
cast the
give
tower.
me
I've got
a
one spell slot
perception
left.
check, please.
17?
Look, another NPC.
Sunshine's acting a little skittish.
Sunshine?
Of what?
Hold on. Can't I?
This is
Yes.
this is
I
the
have
you cannot rest while there are
ways to-
enemies nearby message.
Ah.
Does your spider need
Don't
healing?
I just know kind of generally what he's feeling and sort of thinking?
This is going to be another one
Well,
of
I
those
mean,
under the
that's
frying
what
pan
that's what
into
you're
the
getting.
flame
He's
situation.
Oh,
skittish.
just skittish.
He's
I
just
don't-
being skittish right now.
I know, but still.
He's,
another
he's
one.
nervous about something.
Guys, we need to leave. We need to leave now. Someone's
Okay.
bothering Sunshine.
Did the T-Rex suddenly grow arms and start climbing?
You
They
know,
already
Did
had
you
us. They were just very
feed
weird.
Sunshine?
What?
Did you feed Sunshine?
He's not hungry. It's not that. Something's making him nervous. We need to go.
All right, then let's go.
I like the spider. I'll listen to the spider. I'm
Right.
going the direction that the spider goes.
What on earth have I gotten myself into?
The best adventuring group ever.
Yes.
The
I can
jungles of
see
trouble.
this.
So for the rest of the day, you guys are making your way sort of quietly, as stealthily as you possibly can through the jungle, continuing on to the south. It's a relatively uneventful rest of the day after
Two
after
encounters.
what you ran into earlier, and so
So no centipedes.
no centipedes for the rest of the day.
Yay.
Well, that's nice. How did they get in my hole? That sounded weird.
I want that on a T-shirt.
How did they get-
How did they get in my hole?
I won't. Don't ask me to wear it.
One of these days we're gonna have swag, and it's
Yes,
gonna
we
be
are.
amazing.
It's going to be fantastic. So what are you guys doing as you walk? What are you guys talking about?
Nothing.
So what?
I'm going to question Meyer as much as I can because I understand his history is a little.
Colors.
So what does Cleva look like? What race are you?
So she is a half elf. So she has very fine features. She has long black, like raven black hair. She has light green eyes. So a very striking figure. She
She a
has
drow?
pointy ears. She's not. She's
Okay.
half elven,
Oh.
as it were.
Okay,
Not,
okay.
Not the Lord of the Rings infringement, of course. She carries a shield made of metal with bone overlay. She wears armor that is it is large. Her breastplate is a large bone of some sort. Everything is a bleached bone white, and it covers lots of little scales as well.
I wonder if I can raise her armor. Sorry.
Oh no.
Carry on.
And she often fiddles with something small and curved. It is similar to a sickle.
Okay.
She holds herself tall most of the time, and she is often very approachable in her mannerisms. So she gives wide gestures. She often tilts her head a little bit when she's speaking with someone in order to make them feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I tilt my head, but it's because I'm confused.
So Bright is walking along. Bright, obviously, when you were getting introductions, would have introduced herself Bright Paw. But after that, after you guys got out on the trail, she became very quiet and very fixed. Her gaze is fixed very forward, as though she's trying very hard not to see something on either side of her. So it's like she's very pointedly not looking around, as though she doesn't want to see something. There is, of course, nothing there to see.
Then perhaps I sort of ignore Meyer then, and
Okay.
I focus on Bright.
Okay.
But
Oh,
we
I
can
see how it
perhaps do
is.
that another time.
Yeah,
We're
we can do that.
almost
We can do that another time.
Fine, be that way.
I have a feeling she will make each of you a patient at some point.
Yeah.
Good luck.
What are you doing, by the way?
I am navigating, and
You're not gonna.
And
that is going to be only when I am alone.
okay.
And no one else is there.
Okay, so you and Azaka are
I
out
have
out point navigating, making sure that you're on the right track headed south.
I'm gonna keep mapping as we go. As I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Not a lot of it's not the easiest mapping job you've ever done because jungle, trees,
'Cause we're
hill.
walking through a
Yeah.
hostile jungle.
Exactly. So, but you're able to keep keep fairly good notes about what you guys are passing. You've got a sense for the rise of the land. It is still rising as you guys are walking away from the Aldani Basin behind you. At certain points, you do find that the trail sort of comes up to sheer walls that you have to sort of switch back and sort of wind your way around. At those points, there are places where you can actually find very rare breaks in the trees, and you can look back to the north and see sort of the broad, shallow depression that is the Aldani Basin. The sunlight, when it breaks through the clouds, drops these great shafts of light down onto the marshlands, and you can see sort of the glitter of the reflections of the light on the water. It's very, very pretty, actually. You do see sort of off to the eastern side of the basin. You see the floating earth moat, the heart of Uptal. It's much too hazy to see all the way across the basin, but you know back that direction is where you came from and the city of Port Nyanzaru.
Okay.
towards the
This
end.
is pretty.
It actually is. It's very, very pretty. At the end of the day, you guys find sort of a largish clearing to set up the tower, assuming that you're going to be able to do the tower there. Sploof. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So
What's the new bed?
the tower comes up, and there are a few fewer beds, obviously, because you have lost some party members.
Yes.
And what is the new bed?
Okay, so for those of you who haven't caught it when Sploof has put up the tower before, it kind of looks like a mishmash of a whole bunch of different things on the outside. There are a lot of different mediums and whatnot used to construct this 2-story tower. And it's very goblinish on the inside, but there's always like a really nice little tidy place for Pyre. There still is. And upstairs, like each character, in his mind, he has tried to make a bed that fits with that character. There's a spider bed next to Nyx's bed that actually has 8 little legs because he wasn't sure how a spider lays down to sleep, so he just assumed it's splay-legged. So it's a really awkward pet bed. There's like everybody's kind of matches very much their personalities as Sploof sees them. Clara, he doesn't know especially well yet, but he likes. So he's put together, like he's trying to figure out her style, and he's put together this interesting bed of like bleached bone, but it's kind of like lacy and elegant as far as the bedspread goes. So it's 2 very contrasting styles with like a little bone chandelier hanging right over it for a nightlight.
Nice.
Spoof likes it.
This is very impressive, Spoof.
Thank you.
You do this every night? This is how you camp out here?
Yes, yes. I used to trade off with Pyre, and he had this spell as well. And but now I am the only one who hasn't, so I imagine it will be this. So if you ever want something, just let me know, and I'll try to make sure that it's included.
Thank you, Spoof. This is very impressive, and also I like the style. This is amazing. This is like a combination of all of my favorite things.
He gets very excited and sort of like gently skips.
So if everyone is all right with it, I could go ahead and make us dinner. It's a little bland, of course, but if you have seasonings, it can be made better.
Sure.
Downstairs there's like a spice rack, but the spices look wholly unappetizing because they're mainly for goblin foods.
I have spices.
Perhaps everyone can season their own. Everyone, of course, has different tastes, you see.
I have
This is
Tej.
fair. This is fair.
Tej might be welcome on a night like tonight.
Ooh, Tej.
So, we'll prepare this. And she's going to go ahead and cast, create food and water. There's 30 gallons of water.
Nice.
They are sort of in little balls. So you can pop them into your mouth and they will sort of break apart and it's water.
It's
30
astronaut
gallons
food.
worth of
Yes, there's a lot. And the food is packaged in small packages, and there's I think 45 pounds of food, feeding
It's a
up
lot,
to
yeah.
15 humanoids. It is in small packages. It is of course a little bland, for which I apologize, but it is highly nutritious.
It's food in the jungle.
Thank you.
No offense, Nyx, but this is kind of
By all
better than
means.
berries.
I mean, I like the berries too. I also like grubs.
Good berry doesn't make water.
You
Also
True.
I can make berries that if you eat one berry, it's kind of like eating a whole day of rations, but
But it does not feel like eating a whole
no,
day
you're
of
still
rations.
eating a berry.
this is
This is better.
also one note: while the water is semi-permanent, the food it is sort of like manna. If that rings any bells for you, it disappears after 24 hours. You cannot save this food. At least not for longer than 24 hours.
What?
The illustrations, yeah.
Oh.
I will have to look
Yep.
at the illustrations later.
Yep.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm going to grab some water, grab some food, and go up to the top of the tower.
All right.
Do some reading.
Okay.
So, what is your motivations operandi? Your MO? How do you do your nightly duties? Your watches?
I play bagpipes.
But not on watch.
Does not seem particularly helpful to be unseen in the jungle.
It's-
but
it's
I
really
appreciate
not.
that you have
But it
talents.
shoots fire out. It's good for entertainment. So.
It's a great distraction.
Yes.
We all just take turns.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
we just offer to keep watch and divide it up among everyone who's willing.
Which watch would you like me to watch?
Whenever you would like to.
Now who's gonna volunteer to be on watch with the therapist?
I don't know she's a therapist, so I
Yeah,
will.
to be fair, no, I don't think anyone knows
No,
yet.
that's
Yeah,
true.
nobody
actually
knows yet.
that.
But we will know shortly.
It will be a soon thing.
Yeah, mostly it's just whenever you would prefer. I usually take the last watch as if we have to expend any of our resources, I recover quickly compared to everyone else, but just whenever you'd like. Sometimes some people don't take a watch, whatever you want.
Well, if it behooves everyone, I will perhaps be
And
on
pack
whatever your first watch is.
Sure.
So that I can get some sleep.
Very well.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds excellent. Our DM has disappeared for a moment, so we can.
D&D Beyond, everyone.
Beyond. Yeah, we're not sponsored. We just are weird.
But if you'd like to sponsor
If
us,
you want to sponsor us, well, I
We
guess
love
those of you with
sponsors.
I come down.
Pluto Plateau is
Spliff,
sponsoring us
Spliff, I'm
today.
taking watch with you.
Ooh. Very well, minion.
okay,
I'm fond of you as well.
That's rather decisive.
That was
which
quite
is unusual
decisive.
for them.
Yes.
Very unusual.
That laugh.
Yeah.
is frightening.
Yeah.
God is laughing at us. I am concerned.
Because we made plans.
Because we made plans.
Should be able to
Yes.
So you two are taking first watch.
What?
I am taking first watch. I don't know who is going to be with me, of course.
Would you like first with our new friend? Second. Okay.
Oh, I figured Sploof would want to because he complimented you.
Well, I do like her very much, but apparently he's quite adamant. So I will take second watch with Elijah.
All right.
So I will
Okay.
pick you up then after.
I will stay up with you on first watch.
That would be wonderful. I would love to trust about it.
Sure.
You're gonna feed his ego.
So there I was in the jungle.
I'm just imagining Clara sitting there with like a notebook and like, interesting.
I'll take last watch with Gideon then.
All right. First watch. Go for it, guys.
Oh, and I'm telling you all my stories of how I saved the village and kids and all this stuff.
How much of that do I believe?
Well, it depends on who's lying.
About 50% of it sounds like it's got a grain of truth in it, and the rest of it doesn't sound anything like what you know of the story of his uncle.
So I am a little bit interested, having heard of your exploits.
Yes.
I would like to understand a little bit more about the relationship between yourself and your uncle.
Oh, my uncle. Yeah, he was a weird guy. I never really knew him that well.
Hey, while they're doing this, Sploof, come with me.
So please tell me more about it.
So apparently I have this uncle who's a little bit weird. He can do some weird things that normal dwarves usually cannot. To my understanding, I don't think I actually met. I might have met him like when I was really, really small. I don't really remember that well. But apparently he went traveling and with another group of adventurers, and he didn't return.
So I've heard tell that he may have turned to
like I say, he was a weird guy, so I would not put it past him. I don't know. Like my family, we're all a little magical.
I see.
Now, the extent of his magic onto the darkest side, it might have consumed him a bit. I'm not 100% sure.
Consumed is a strong word.
I'm sorry?
Consumed, it is a strong word.
Yes. He became obsessed. So I've been told.
And yourself, has this ever tempted you, perhaps?
I don't know. I try to be good as much as possible.
Insight.
I had inspiration for
To
you.
be true, you do. Yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
I see. So tell me, and I'm gonna keep asking questions, but I'm gonna sort of leave that topic since it seems to be touchy. But I want to know more about you specifically.
Well, I mean, specifically, when I was a young child, you know, rumors of my uncle came back to the village, and my parents started training me to contain him if I needed to.
That I can see put a strain on your relationship.
But like I said, he went off with a group of adventurers, and I haven't heard anything of his whereabouts since.
So if you were to encounter him and would it become necessary, would you be prepared to contain him, as you said?
To protect the people, absolutely.
But I do not mean necessarily simply in willpower, but are you confident in your abilities?
Oh, absolutely.
That is good to hear.
a little too much.
Yeah. Oop.
Oh, I lost one.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, go on
It's
and
so
catch.
sad. It's lost to the abyss of the couch.
Which one?
So first watch continues in much the same vein and is
20?
quite uneventful for the rest of the watch. Clara, it's actually a very comfortable. It's actually kind of nice to have a little bit of height. You guys, the party you were with, obviously didn't have the ability to cast the tower, so you guys were sleeping on the ground. You kept watch, but a lot of times, it was not restful. You were overrun a number of times by all manner of things: undead, dinosaurs, the goblins that call this area home. So Sploof is a little suspect, but
Don't be
doesn't
racist.
seem to be the same sort of Batiri that would overrun your camp. Even the plant life attacked you guys because that's just the kind of place that Schult is. But for the moment, at least, the night seems quiet, and all of those dangers do not press in for your watch.
So I bid you good night. They say spokojne noche, which means peaceful night. Good night, my friend.
And
Good night to you, too.
that'll be second watch.
Ah! Wait, that's not my face. Woo! Wait, what? Oh, hi.
Good morning.
Hi. Hello.
It is your watch.
Thank you. That was a weird dream. Sorry.
You have a booger right here. It is any.
Also, I do.
Thank you, got it. Have a good watch.
Turn over, nothing happened, so we were all clear.
Oh, very well. So why did I shower you, friend? Minion?
Fine. Show. Can you figure out what things do in the Eschenschuf? Can you figure out what an item does?
I have to look. I don't know. Do I have identify? Would it be like identify object you're asking about?
Just
Or
identify object.
identify? Actually, I'm not sure that I can. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, that was.
Oh, it's a ritual spell as well. So just
Yes.
So you don't have to spend a spell
Yes.
slot if you
That that was one of the ones I picked up from him, actually.
Oh, good. Thank
Yes,
you.
as a matter of fact, I can.
I'm going to pull out two objects. One is wrapped in a white cloth. The other one is wrapped in burlap. I have them both to you.
Unwrap.
There are two very finely carved masks. They look as though they were carved to be mirror images of each other, or at least a set. They are very much wrought by the same hands in the same style. They're just worked in completely different materials. One of them is ebony. Is that correct?
Yes. Look
And,
like.
and
One
the
is
other
ebony.
one, yeah, and the other one is
White alabaster.
white
So
alabaster.
close.
So one of them is in ebony, the other one is in alabaster. And taken together, they are obviously a set, and they are exuding very powerful magics.
So, do I need to roll for identify, or can I just...
No, it's the
Cast the spell and
you
know
cast the
things.
spell,
I
and
cast the spell. I
so
want to know things.
so you sit down and you do the ritual, and you learn what these masks do. And I'm going to take you aside for
And
this.
you also know the type of magic it is.
Yep.
School of magic.
Oh,
Which
more
is
secrets.
surprisingly useful.
Oh, I just,
Yeah.
like, deafened people by sitting that on the mic. Sorry, guys.
D&D Beyond.
Guys, the rook and the raven.
That's right. we need to write scripts here.
For these moments.
Yeah. So, Meyer, please, I am trying to understand how is it your magic? How does it work?
Well,
What
I
kind of
steal it
magic
off
do
of
you
people.
Well,
Spell.
quiet. You're not here.
That'd be an amazing class.
Well, I am a bard, and so we get our inspiration from within. You know, we do good things, and we try to help other people. So as long as our intent is pure, we try to help others, not be selfish. It just kind of come from within.
Interesting. My magic comes from a different source, so it is of course interesting to understand how your magic works. So you are a bard, so you interact with music then. You said you play...
Oh, I play the bagpipes. Yes. Well, I play multiple instruments, but bagpipes are my favorite.
So perhaps it would be worth asking Spoof if he could create a soundproof place for you to have a small concert. I would like to hear this.
For one.
Pretty decent idea.
All right.
just a soundproof room we can stuff him in would be great.
Out of character, that's freaking awesome.
You're a terrible, terrible person, and it's wonderful.
Yep.
So, these are very interesting masks. Where did you get them?
I don't have it in my notes.
He doesn't know.
From some ruins that me and Charles once excavated.
Well, to tell you what this is, they're quite powerful in being able to read others. So your ebony mask here, this, once you are attuned to it,
Hold on.
yes, write this down. Once,
Wait, you don't have any paper. You gave it all to Pyre. You gave it all to Sploof.
Oh.
He's taking mental notes.
Yes.
Yes.
Taking mental notes.
Can't spell that video.
E-V-O-N-Y.
Okay.
so the ebony mask will help you. The wearer, once attuned, can look into someone and see their deepest, darkest secret, which could be quite powerful if weaponized as leverage. But
Xbox.
No.
Exactly what it says on the tin.
Exactly what she just told you.
People's
People's pooples.
Deepest, darkest secret.
People.
Specifically, anything that can be used as leverage.
Yes.
Oh.
You smell what I'm stepping in there,
Couple
Braden.
things they're picking up.
The skeletons in one's closet, so to speak.
And that is a perfectly apt description coming from a necromancer. I love it.
I do what I can. So, and then this white one, the alabaster one, this one kind of does the exact opposite, which makes me think that they were crafted by the same person for perhaps similar reasons. But the ivory or alabaster one is you can look through it once attuned and see the best of someone. So whatever their best nugget of good is inside them, you can identify that. You see the best of a person so that you can understand their traits better. They're quite interesting.
Okay.
Keith, are these two full masks, or was this like a half mask and a half mask, so you could wear them at the same time?
Ooh.
Keith?
They're two half masks.
Okay, that's what I
fit
thought.
together.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, would I know, like, if you put them together, would his brain combust? Is that a thing? Is that a...
You did not check for that.
I did not check for that, so... I don't know if that would split
So-
apart or not.
How curious are you?
Put both of them on, and then your good halves and bad halves separate and become two new people.
You are
Nope. No, you create Jekyll and Hyde. That way.
I'm going to attune the masks.
All right.
Can you attune to both of them at the same time?
I assume so.
Yes,
I
you
have.
can be attuned.
You can be attuned to up to 3 items.
Yes, I'm only attuned to the clockwork amulet at the moment.
So at the moment, yes, you can attune to both of them.
That's really cool.
Uh huh.
Yeah, but then you can look at all of us and know things.
Uh huh.
I have nothing to hide. He'll find out that I'm a fabulous overlord.
Yeah, but Nyx has you.
Is that your deepest, darkest secret, or the best version of you possible?
Yes. Definitely.
Enjoy.
Okay. This time that's going to be quite fun.
Brayden got a toy.
That is such a cool magic item.
He wrote those items into his backstory and told me I don't know what they do.
Oh, well.
And until this week,
Neither did Keith.
neither did I.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Okay.
I suppose I should also roll to see if there's anything happening on watch, isn't there?
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that.
We're probably going to want to take yours.
8.
Mine's a 6.
Nothing happens.
Well, that's good.
Wow.
That's good.
Or if it did, you missed it.
We
Yeah,
totally missed it.
exactly.
All right. So, rest of the watch passes uneventfully for you guys. Third watch.
What's your
Little company
plus?
feet.
Pretty sure it's 3. Let me check. Oh no, 4.
Yeah, mine's 2. Take advantage.
All right.
I don't know. I'm right there with you. I've got a negative in perception.
Yes, Ranger. Why did you take a perception?
23.
23. The night passes relatively quietly and uneventfully. There's a little bit of weather out across the Aldani Basin. You can see sort of the very distant flashes of light from the cloud tops that you would never be able to see otherwise from this distance. And they're so far away, the sound of thunder never even gets to you.
As a side note, the clockwork amulet is not required to.
Does it not?
It does not.
Okay, so you still have 1 slot left.
Yes. Well, hold on. Is that filled by the feather amulet, the feather medallion?
No, because that's not a.
Charms are not
Charms don't require attunement.
Okay.
At least I don't think they do.
No,
No.
charms do not require
Good
attunement.
to know.
So yeah, I mean it's a quiet, sort of humid, warmish Shulton night for you guys. Nothing moving much. You do hear the reassuring sounds of the jungle, so it doesn't sound as though there's any big predators nearby. If you guys have anything you need to discuss, talk about, whatever. I will say Sunshine is still sort of a little bit off.
Edge. But better than before?
But comes and goes. Sometimes better than before, sometimes not. So it just kind of depends.
Pretty spider.
Nope. All right. So the rest of the night passes uneventfully. The sun starts to come up, and
Day 6.
Yay! We're down another hit
Oh
point.
no. I'm gonna
What
borrow
do we
that
see?
when did vines crawl up the castle?
Wait, what?
Crap.
Gideon.
Yeah. Yeah, I see him.
Okay.
Good, I'm not imagining that.
What kind of vines do these look like?
Oh, thank you.
Well, they look like fast creepers, just vines. They've got main stalk that runs about 20 feet or so, and then smaller ones off to each side, about 5 feet long. They've got bunches of little tiny fruits on them that look like wild grapes.
Ooh, let's eat one.
Let's not.
When did Corez get here?
Yeah. Yes, he would.
I'm gonna take a little piece of dried meat out of my pack and just drop it off the edge of the tower and watch and see what happens.
Oh dear.
And wraps around it and pulls it back into the vine.
Oh
How did you
dear.
know?
Wild guess.
I was
Just a
gonna
good
cut.
guess. Just a good guess.
Just gonna cut it.
Let's go get the alchemy jug. Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
If we coat ourselves in mayonnaise, we'll be shielded and protected, guys. Serve as insulation.
Everyone knows no one likes plants don't like mayonnaise. We cover ourselves in mayonnaise.
So who has the
You.
alchemy jug?
I don't know.
I have Alchemist Fire.
That is not the same thing.
Adrian was carrying it, and I don't think we decided.
Well,
who
then,
was
as a
carrying
party, let's decide right now who has the alchemist jug.
I can have this jug.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. That
You're
makes
the,
sense.
you've been the ration so far.
I guess that would.
I know it can produce oil.
Yep.
Is there anything else it can produce?
Hold on, let me.
Water, oil,
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise is one.
Butter?
Beer?
Beer
was definitely
one. I think it can do wine as well. Well, I've got the Dungeon Master's guide here.
So do
Hold
I.
on a second.
Don't ask why.
I
Alchemy
mean-
jug. 8 ounces of acid.
Oh.
Half an ounce of
Oh,
basic
thanks.
poison.
Hey.
4 gallons of beer. 1 gallon of honey. 2 gallons of mayonnaise. 1 quart of oil. 2 gallons of vinegar. 8 gallons of fresh water. 12 gallons of salt water. And 1 gallon of wine. Why haven't we been using this?
We have. We've been
Yeah,
using
we've been using it for water.
Yeah.
We just
And the
haven't used it for
trick
anything
is,
the
if I
other
remember
ones.
right,
12 gallons of salt water.
And also,
The-
it's 12 pounds.
now the trick is,
It's
once you
all
start
pounds.
using it for a liquid, that's
That's
the
all
only,
you get for the
that's
day.
all you get for the day.
Right.
But with our new friend who can make lots of water,
And water balls.
I'm thinking
Ooh.
oil. We burn our way out of this thing.
Or acid.
No,
You're asleep.
you get more. You get more oil than acid.
That's probably not a bad idea.
We should probably see if anyone else has any more oil to contribute as
Well,
well.
Elias, try to
Use
light things on
some,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some.
How much oil can we get? How much was that?
1 quart.
A quart.
Not very much.
You can always ask.
Can't any of us.
Does it seem like there's like a central Bud. Okay, yeah. And how it's... I assume it's covering all around the tower.
Yeah, all the way around.
How far up is it?
20 feet.
Where is it thickest?
It seems like it's pretty thick all the way around.
Okay.
So we burn a path out, make a run for it.
The door.
We could run and jump in if the fall.
Just trying to think how we're gonna, because we need to burn around the door so we can get out.
I'm not sure if this tower burns.
Well,
No,
not.
burn the vines around.
not-
Oh,
the
I'm
door.
thinking we just pour oil from up here.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah, and then light it so we can burn a path, or somewhat of a path through. Anyone who has fire abilities like Sploof uses them, and we burn a path and make a run for it. We don't need to worry about the tower; it'll disappear later.
That's true.
We could also try and distract it with some other food options.
That's true. Okay. I think we need to go wake the others up and know what's going on.
So we come downstairs and wake Morning, everyone!
Ah, still not my face, sorry.
There's flesh-eating vines on the tower.
Yeah, there's meat-eating plants on the tower. We need everybody's oil.
What else is new?
Freaking kudzu.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna burn.
Sorry, that's a South reference.
We're gonna hopefully burn.
We're gonna try and burn a path out through the vines from the door, and we'll make a run for it.
Do you need oil?
Yes.
We're
How
gonna use
much?
the alchemy
As
jug.
much as we can get.
Alright. I gotta start rummaging through my pack.
I got leftover Tej.
I've got 9 oil flasks.
Probably do it.
It's almost more valuable not using it that way.
Yeah.
So I've got 9 oil flasks.
How much is in an oil?
Planning on starting a forest fire?
I would.
Goodness.
Well, I thought I might burn my way through this forest at some point, so maybe.
So, yes.
So yeah.
All right.
Let me consult my brain to see
Consult my
how
brain.
much a flask of oil is.
Not enough.
Hey, Griff.
Each is a pint.
All right, so we'll
How
take
will you
So-
confirm it first?
So that's 9 pints.
9 pints plus a quart.
Well, no, you're not taking all. You can take
5. 8.
You can take
We'll take
if you
8.
want. That leaves me with 1 extra.
So 8 pints, 1 quart. Anybody else?
Oh, I'm down 8 pounds.
Anybody else got anything particularly flammable?
I hide my spell book.
We should.
I mean, I have a lot of fire.
We'll need
But-
the fire too.
So
Not so much flammable
we're
objects.
gonna pour some off the top of the tower to cover the door. We're gonna try and keep pouring some out past that. We'll light it on fire from the top of the tower.
Can I light in my bagpipes?
From the top of the tower?
Sure.
Yeah,
Just make a little trail.
efficient.
Hey, you can
Save
use
it
it
for
when
the
we're
ground.
running.
Yes, save
My
it for the
bad.
ground.
Once it's burned off the door enough, we'll open the door. Those of us who can use flames for things, try and keep the vines off us, and we'll make a mad dash away from them.
What are Nyx's most inner thoughts and badness? Oh dear.
Right now?
So you just pop this mask on while we're talking?
I'm wearing it.
We just wake up and he's got this new mask. Like, oh,
Which one? One half or both?
Both.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
It only
It just
sure.
requires
Well,
a two.
you and Keith have fun
You're
discussing
slowly
what's
go
gonna
mad.
happen.
Yep, he's gonna go mad.
Actually, before that, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Yay,
Here
I'm so
comes
good at these.
Good Eliash and bad
17.
Eliash.
That's not
Yep.
bad.
Okay, it's not bad. You are able to hold. You're able to hold yourself together
Oh,
as
Hey,
as
remember Mad
you
Monkeys?
you really do. You start to sort of feel sort of pulled both directions. You're being
It's-
pulled towards
What?
good and
I get
pulled
to try a
towards
new
evil.
thing. Shut up.
But you're able to sort of hold on to yourself in the middle ground and not veer too much one direction or the other.
Okay.
Which would you like first?
The good.
No.
So, the good with Nyx is fairly obvious. I mean, she's got a good heart. She has the natural ability, almost like the mask, to just sort of convince herself that there is good in just about anybody. You've only seen that fail once, and that's, well, twice, and it's when people came after Sunshine.
Okay.
No real big surprise there.
And the other side of the coin?
I will leave that for now. What is Nyx's deepest, darkest secret?
Especially something that can be used for blackmail.
Exactly.
No, I just need to
Well,
know
no,
you
that's
all.
that's
But that's what the
your
mask is.
Yeah,
what
that is
mask
what the
does.
mask
Yeah.
is for.
Okay, guys, I never put a deep dark secret in her backstory.
You get to come up with one now.
I'm going to.
Shit.
Okay.
I have to think about mine too.
Yeah, everybody start thinking. So
Yes.
Yeah, this is going to come up, obviously.
I don't know that it's a. Nope, that doesn't work. Can't blackmail on that.
It's not. It doesn't say that it has to be something you can blackmail with. Just it's
Something
whatever the
dark.
most effective leverage would be. Maybe
Right.
you just don't have a very good deep dark secret.
How did you come by Sunshine?
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Like
Okay.
the biggest,
You stole her.
worst thing that she thinks that she has done was kind of a defining moment in her life. She went and raided this spider nest, killed the mother spider, took all of the baby spiders, and brought them back to her family and village, and they all ended up being used almost like pack animals or pets, which is how she ended up with Sunshine. She always felt really, really bad about killing this mother spider and taking her babies, but it was also for like the greater good. But I
But-
think that's like that's got to be the worst thing she feels about that she's ever done is probably that.
And that fulfills the requirement.
Yes.
So there you go.
Okay.
So he knows like that specific.
He knows that
story
specific story now. Yes.
That is a scary mask.
But you don't know that he
And
knows.
now I can
No.
probe each of their backgrounds.
That is what that does.
Dang.
Wow. Okay. Continue. So oil.
So we pour oil.
So oil. Nobody else has anything flammable?
I mean, don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't well, don't you have alchemy fire?
I do have Alchemist Fire. It's only 1d4.
But still.
Could be something.
We could throw it off the tower.
Also, another thing. The people that are on top pouring the oil, how do we plan on getting us, them, whoever, down?
We're gonna light it on fire and everyone's gonna run like hell.
Run down the stairs? Okay. Better run fast.
Minimal
Who's
people
fast?
up top.
I'm pretty fast.
You wish fast.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Well,
if I'm,
no,
if
it's
I'm
yesterday.
Well,
with
but we still have to wait long enough that the burning clears the door before we can get that open.
right,
So it's
but
not like
gonna
we
be-
need to run immediately.
And we
That's
need a lookout
But
to
it
tell us
should-
when door is clear.
Yeah. So somebody who can get off the tower easily.
I
I
can
can do it.
I can cast haste on anyone.
I mean, I could run down the tower, but part of the tower will be on fire.
I
And
can do it.
trying to eat
I
you.
can light the fire.
How will you get out?
I'll jump. It's only 20 feet.
I
Who
was
has more hit points, you or me?
Me.
I was
Yeah.
going. Hey,
72.
Okay, yeah.
Sploof can cast Featherfall.
It's not that far. It's not like I'm gonna
It's
hurt
more
myself.
gonna be trying to jump out.
And not land in the plant that's going to eat you
Yes.
or in the
I
fire.
can jump far enough.
It'll have to be like a running
This
jump.
sounds like a choice that somebody else perhaps has made in the recent past, and perhaps it turned out poorly for him. So I think that
Have a
perhaps-
plan for when you miss.
Yeah,
That's my advice.
I know. I'm gonna miss the freaking
We
ground.
can all hold out.
I'm gonna miss the freaking ground.
You
I mean,
might miss the ground that's not covered in man-eating plants.
That's true.
We could all hold out like a blanket or something and try to have them jump on that.
Or we could simply laugh as he lands.
I feel like slowing.
You're a cheerful one, aren't you?
Dark.
I feel like slowing that would slow us down, and if anyone's going to get attacked by the man-eating plant, it should probably be either Elias or me, because we can take the most hits.
So can I, actually.
My haste gives a +2 to AC.
She probably drinking that
I
shit.
have like
right away.
67 right now.
All right, so it's got to be one of the three of us.
I'm squishy.
Paper, rock, scissors?
I'd like to ride on my back.
Elias volunteered. I say Elias gets to if he really wants to, unless anyone else really wanted to be the person jumping
You're a
off the
very
tower.
valuable minion.
Elias, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What's
Or
with the
wait to
mask,
stop
by
you
the
from
way?
throwing yourself
Is this
off
like
the
supposed to be
tower.
good for your skin or something?
Keith, have I seen both? I've seen both of these masks
You've
before.
only seen one of them.
Did we not? I'm pretty sure we saw the one that Charles had.
No, you didn't
No,
see
you
the
never
one.
saw
No.
it.
No.
You never saw
mine.
Was it?
Elias,
Hired
you're a
it.
dwarf,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
that's
it.
right.
I knew somebody had
Yeah,
it.
he and I, George.
Okay.
Pyre did, and I don't think you've ever had yours out
Nope.
for people to see.
Yours has been hanging.
Yeah, it's been on his
Yeah,
hip.
no, so Gideon has seen the one that he had on his hip, but if I hadn't seen the other one,
Yeah,
I
you
have no
haven't seen-
reason
you
to
haven't
know
seen the
that
other
they're
one.
not.
Yeah.
I can just assume he had them both.
Right.
Is that supposed to be good for your skin or something?
Sure.
Is this perhaps not the best
If
time?
Keith, if I take the
Well,
mask
plants aren't
off, will
going
that
anywhere.
cancel attunement?
That's
And
what
then,
you think.
or
It
can-
doesn't cancel attunement, but it kills. You know, it
Yeah,
stops
I'll,
the effect.
I'll just put them away.
Okay.
In my experience, nothing waits for long for food in this
Yep.
place.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, well, you're jumping. We're all gonna mad dash
So-
out the
Elias, do you want haste? We'll give you an extra 10 plus and a +2
Yes.
AC.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, roll me initiative.
We're about to fight a
Boo.
giant plant.
Is this assumed that we've oiled the tower?
I'm gonna use one
No,
of those.
not yet.
Oh.
That's a lot better.
Okay.
It was a natural 20, but it's a 23.
15.
How many hit points does Sunshine?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
12.
12.
So 3 12s.
Okay.
3 12s.
My dex is +2.
Plus 2.
Actual
Apparently-
scores. Actual scores.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Apparently we are all
Roll-
going at the same
okay,
time.
so you guys can either roll off or you can decide amongst yourselves who would like to go first.
I think we can just decide.
Yeah, we do that.
Doesn't matter.
I
Alright.
thought you've been leveling him.
Leveling who?
Sunshine.
Oh.
Oh.
He's supposed to level?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Right, and my sheet says 34 right now.
It is probably not much more.
Probably
Yeah,
not a whole
probably
lot,
not.
but I haven't been.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So you guys start to hear a rustling outside, and the vines start to creep up the edge of the tower a little bit more.
Oil, oil.
Yep.
Elijah has
Off,
haste.
off you go.
Off you go. You're first.
Oh, right. I was like, what am I doing? Okay. Did we decide? No, we didn't. I have the alchemy.
Ready, set, go.
Okay, alright, let's go.
Going up to the top of the tower because I've got the alchemy jug.
Okay.
All right.
Pouring,
So
I'm gonna pour the oil
Down the side that the door is on.
gingerly down.
okay.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my movement to go back downstairs.
It's going to take all your movement to get up, and then your action is to pour the jug out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stay right there.
All right. Yeah. And as you get to the top, you do start to. You're starting to see the sort of green leafy fronds peek up over the top of the tower,
Oh, guys, we gotta hurry.
and yeah. So that is what's going to happen. Sploof.
Yes. So she's pouring the oil. I have nothing flammable other than my spells. And you guys are lighting the fire, right?
I will be.
He will be.
He's lighting the
You
fire.
know as much as we do at this point.
So
We're
I'm
waiting at the
going
door.
yes, I'm going to wait at the door.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action at the
Yes,
door.
holding the action
Alright.
at the door.
Um.
Acting at the door.
Alright, so that is going to be the vines now. So up on top, the one that you're pouring the oil on is going to try and reach out and grab the jug from you.
Can I see her?
No, she went up to the top.
She's on the top. She's on the roof.
You are her.
Alright. So this will be...
Maybe Nyx is the one jumping off the tower.
She might be.
Alright, so this is actually going to be... this is going to be an opposed grapple check for the jug. So you can use either your athletics or your acrobatics. The vine itself is having to use its athletics. Okay. You feel your grip on the jug slip out of your hands as the vine yanks it away and flings it to the ground outside the tower.
You get the oil?
Oil is still pouring out of it.
Oil is still pouring out of it as it goes.
Okay.
That sounds good.
You can always grab the jug later, don't worry.
Um,
Just remember,
broken.
none
it's
of
a
the other
magic item.
none of the other vines are close enough to do anything to you, and so that ends their turn. So we go now to Clara.
Cast haste.
Alright, Sploof, are you ready?
You get haste.
Yes.
Alright, so it's Sploof nested
I
on
think so.
my shoulders. I take my shield
It should be.
and I push open the door.
Wait.
Oh, someone is really bad at communicating.
No, Steven.
So the vines are still there.
Can I push open the door?
Wait.
Make me an athletics check.
Did you not listen?
Apparently not.
Oh, what a
What was the
surprise.
negative?
Psychiatrists can't listen.
13.
13. You can get the door open about halfway before the vines actually stop you. Unfortunately, that does open you
So-
and Sploof to
As you're
the
doing this,
vines.
Gideon's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
And
I'm going to swing with my sickle.
okay.
Did you just?
Yep. Yep.
Steven, were you not paying?
Yep.
I don't personally think that it's going to burn enough to clear away.
You don't know that.
No, but
We'll
I don't-
never know.
I don't believe it will.
Psychiatrists can't.
That is
New guy.
a 19 plus something to hit.
That'll hit.
And it's not much damage. That is plus, oh, no, so no pluses. That is 1 point of damage. And then I'm going to cast a spell.
I figured Clara was.
Are you casting a cantrip?
It is not a cantrip, but it is a bonus action.
Ah. Okay.
And I'm casting Shield of Faith
Okay.
On yourself.
on myself.
Okay. Good enough. So your sickle flashes out, and a single leaf falls off the vine.
That is perhaps not my most effective choice.
Okay. Now, which one of the three of you is going to go first?
I think he would go
Yeah.
first.
I'm going first.
Okay, so the door. You see your new
Mhm.
companion, Sploof on her shoulders,
Opened the door.
has opened the door and has tried to attack and was very ineffective at it.
Yep. Okay.
And the vines on that side seem to be moving to enter the tower now.
Okay.
You have haste.
I know. I'm going to pull out my shield and the silver.
You haven't
short
had a
sword.
chance to cast haste yet.
It's fine. Yeah, I won't need it.
Okay.
I'll take out my shield and the silver sword and head up the tower.
Okay. So your movement will get you to the top of the tower where you see the vines have started to peek up over the top. You see Nyx. Where is the alchemy jug that she was carrying up here?
Nick, sure we all right?
They took the damn jug!
Did you get any oil out?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to do something I haven't done before.
Oh dear.
I'm going to bonus action Crimson Rite of Fire.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I now have a flaming sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Heck down.
hack down and hit the oil
Kill the thing.
and also get a couple of plants.
Okay, so
Around the
make
area.
the attack roll.
Clockwork Amulet, 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
The last time she watched you guys try to light things on fire, it was not going to do anything.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. I'm just loving these
13
illustrations
points
so
of damage.
Okay. All right. What is the fire bonus for your Crimson Rite?
It was 6.
Okay, so it's just a flat 6.
Well, I rolled. Okay, I did I did 4 slashing, 6 fire, and then 3 on top of that.
Okay. So, but what I'm asking is, does the Crimson Rite give you just a static bonus, or do you have to roll for it for the fire damage?
Oh no, I
I'm-
roll whatever. So for the short sword, a short sword deals 1d6,
Okay.
and then plus my thing, and then I roll an extra damage, which is extra.
Okay.
So
That.
it's extra roll.
That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to get
Yes.
to. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get to. So, yeah. Remind me. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Have
Awesome.
I set the oil on fire?
Yes, you do. The oil does set on fire, and the fire runs down about halfway down the vine. So it's about halfway down the tower. It hasn't quite reached the door yet, but it probably will next round.
Okay, I'm just gonna shut down the tower. You're gonna have to fight for a moment.
Okay.
Are you still planning on casting haste?
So who's next?
Not at the moment. I was going to do Dissonant Whisper. Good to try and retreat.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
You want to go or do you want me to go?
I should probably go first. That way we have
That
more
way, if it
chance.
fails.
Okay.
Now, does Dissonant Whispers
It's a Wisdom save.
does it? Oh,
You might need to read the spell and see if it can affect. if there
yeah.
are certain
Check and
things
see
it
if it's
doesn't affect.
got a requirement that the entity have a specific intelligence level.
Words are going to be exchanged after this.
Spiritual weapon is a concentration spell.
Nope.
Can it hear?
It's a
Yeah.
plant, not so
Alright, fine.
much. Sorry.
I think that's the requirement.
Back to casting haste.
Shatter.
Well, shadow will affect everybody.
What if you aim correctly?
If you want to haste me, I've got an idea.
You have an idea?
I have a couple ideas.
Is it a good idea?
It depends if we may. It depends if everyone lives through this or not. If we do, then yes, it was.
Oh crap! Hold on. I just took a buttload of damage.
Okay, I'll let you have it. And cast haste on Gideon.
Okay.
So plus 2 AC, plus 1 action.
All right. So you have been hasted, my friend.
All right. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself,
All right.
and I'm gonna summon my packed weapon as a glaive,
Okay.
so it has reach. And I'm gonna
Nice.
move up and tell Clara to get the hell out of the doorway, and I'm going to stab at the plants that are still covering the doorway that are covered with oil, I believe.
Yes.
I'm gonna stab them with my glaive.
Okay.
Uh,
Ooh.
22.
22 will hit.
10 points of slashing damage, 1 point of fire damage.
Nice.
And I believe the fire ignites the oil?
Okay, so I'm sorry, I was looking at something. 10 points of
10 points of slashing.
10 points of slashing.
1 point of fire damage.
Okay. And the oil does ignite, so and flows up the vine.
How much oil did we get out?
It's sort of widely scattered. It's not
Not
going to be
enough to do
it's not going to
anything.
be effective. Yes. Make me a perception check.
22.
That's not reacting the way it should to fire.
How's it reacting?
I mean, it's burning, but not as fast as you'd think it would. Mechanically, resistance to fire.
They can hear me at the top of the tower if I yell out, right? Alright, see, I'm just gonna yell out. Alright, burning doesn't seem to do much.
Great.
Yep,
Cut through then.
yep.
All right. So that's all of you guys. And so that brings us to Azaka.
Go, Zaka.
I'm trying to remember what she has.
She has
A bow.
Actually, you hear a sound you've never heard from her direction before, as instead of drawing her bow, she pulls out a wicked-looking scimitar and joins you at the door and starts hacking sort of over Clara's shoulder.
Sploof, it might be worth getting down. I'm sorry.
I think we should all
I
try
was
to
going
go
to be
downstairs at this point.
So I'm gonna
Unfortunately,
try
because of the awkwardness of the situation, she's not going to hit shit.
As long as shit isn't me.
So that was her first one, and she will take a second attack.
Is it obvious where the vines are rooted?
We can
No,
Second
we
hit
tried to set
does-
up from top of the tower and we couldn't
Second
tell.
attack does hit, and we'll deal for 7 points of slashing damage.
That's in Mordenkainen's.
Okay.
Or not Mordenkainen's, Xanathar's.
All right, back to the top of the round. Nyx.
we
What?
Do you have Xanathar's? She's ahead of mine, but mine will.
Yes.
I've got
Yeah,
it.
I wrote that.
Yeah,
Sploof goes
Mine is
second.
natural, yeah.
There you go.
So you did
Could
go.
you pass me that?
Yes.
I held my action, so I
Oh,
might
that's
get
right.
two.
Oh
here.
yes, you. You did hold your action, so let's get Sploof in here first.
The door's opening. Don't
Door,
use
yeah, the
fire
door's
damage.
about half open. There's swords and glaives and scythes flashing through the doorway, trying to get at these things that are now starting to move towards the doorway. Everything's on fire and nothing's burning.
Okay, I am going to cast Erupting Earth about 20 feet out so that it erupts in a cube right in that area and runs up the wall without necessarily impacting anybody
Okay.
Inside the door.
tower. So that's gonna
So
be
erupting earth does what?
it's
Big
gonna,
cube of earth erupts.
Yep, and so theoretically might uproot some of the stuff that's right next to the tower.
Hit me.
Might drown it out, but it also does bludgeoning damage, not fire damage.
Okay.
So we're gonna do. So it needs to make a tech save. It's a plant.
It's plant.
Hit plant.
So and you said a 20-foot cube.
Yes.
We'll say you get 3 of them in that. Raise 3 of them up.
It's a good roll.
Okay, and what do they have to hit?
That's gotta be a 15.
15. So 2 of them make it, 1 of them fails.
Oh, the 2 that make it take 15 damage. The one that fails takes 30.
Okay.
Nice.
So the 15 was your DC, right?
Yes.
All right. So 15. 30 and
That's a good
15. Nice. Elias and Nyx. You hear this sort of rumbly, rippy, like shaky noise, and a section of the ground directly in front of the door of the tower lifts up. It's a 20-foot cube, which puts the base of the vines on that side of the tower right level with you guys. And so they are now towering over you about 20 feet up.
Slash it.
Those of you that are down see a wall of earth rise up and block the door. They are still rooted in the earth.
Is that where you cast it? Was right in front of the door?
Wait, it moved. Oh my goodness.
I was thinking a little farther, like, to the side, so that the cube wasn't going to actually be in front of the door, but I did not specify that, so...
You can't see that, though. All you can see is right there in front of the door.
Well, I mean,
Which is
I
now
know
covered in
distances, though, so, like, if I would think that I could be like, okay, there's stuff all around, so if I cast this here. But I did not specify that, so, you know.
Okay.
It's,
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's fine.
If nothing else, it's kind of hilarious.
Yes.
So it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. So that was I guess that was my last turn.
That was your last turn.
I get another one,
it's
eh?
so it's top of
not
the
yet.
order to Nyx.
That's
Yeah.
right.
How much longer do we have until the tower disappears?
And I know that we're standing right where the door.
Yep.
Okay.
Technically, I suppose the spoof could drop the tower.
Don't even talk.
It could, and I've considered it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Wait a minute, if I
How
can
high a jump
shatter
is
in a
this?
20.
second
It's
of
20
the
feet.
cube dirt when it dissipated?
I don't know at this point. Any sort of semblance of like a tactical plan that I had is gone now.
How long does that last? The cube of earth, or is it just the one and done?
I think it's a one and done thing. Let me double check and make sure.
Okay.
Would you consider flesh and vines a difficult surface?
Like difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lucky for you.
Advantage!
She just ignores it.
Oh!
Doesn't bother rangers that it's difficult.
Oh.
Well, and also specifically spider climb.
Yeah, it doesn't affect it.
I don't need an ability check. I can climb. Sunshine can climb difficult surfaces without an ability check.
Okay.
Nice.
So. Still gonna try to beat me.
Like the peaceful birds tweeting whilst the deadly greenhouse reject is attacking.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if you take the disengage action for the rest of your turn, nothing gets an attack of opportunity.
I feel like I should have used this a lot more.
As a rogue? Yeah. Yeah, it's really useful.
Interesting. Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay. So disengage.
Disengage, and then Sunshine and I are going to climb down.
Okay. And get away from the vines as fast as you can. Yes.
Yes. Far enough that they can't reach me, but not really that far because I'm gonna try to do something later.
Okay. I mean, you've got 40 feet, so it's 20 feet down the tower. You can get 20 feet out, and you're still well within
Getting back. Okay,
getting back
we'll,
and doing stuff.
we'll do that.
Doing stuff at range.
Okay. Sploof.
Well, since I've now erected a large earthen,
So how long does it last? Did it say?
it's a minute.
Wow.
Hey, but at least they can't get you.
So
up there.
yes, it is now, the door is now blocked for a minute.
So I am going to. Can I get upstairs in one turn?
Yes.
Don't go upstairs.
Well, it's not doing so great with fire, but maybe chromatic orb with cold damage would do something beneficial.
Who knows?
So I'm gonna try. Let's see what happens.
Tower's 20 feet high.
So I'm gonna get to the top and see about casting chromatic oil.
Okay.
What's the save?
Usually.
Is there a
Look
save?
up things now.
No, it's an attack.
That happens.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird little things now.
Yeah.
One moment, I have to clear some of this nonsense out. Okay. So, deadly greenhouse reject.
So.
That was all Chipper.
Yep.
That was all Chipper. That was not me. Okay. So, does... Oh, nat 20. Yes, it does hit. Yes, confirm.
Nice.
Do I need to roll to confirm? Do
No.
we do that? I forget.
No,
Okay.
I don't do that.
So that's... Are we doing the full...
Full plus a roll.
Full plus.
Okay.
Yes, so full
So
damage
that's
plus
3d8 is
24.
maybe 24 plus 9 is 20 is 33 plus 8 is
41.
41.
41
Okay.
Cold damage.
cold damage.
Shouldn't you roll that d8 one more time?
It's 3d8.
Yeah, but don't we deal the full amount of the roll plus another roll?
I think you only did it twice.
You only did it
Only
twice.
Because there was
I think
only
you
a
did
9.
it twice.
Oh,
and
I
an
rolled
8.
2 the
Oh.
first time.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Woo!
All right.
Death to the plant. Not all plants. Generally, I like them, but
Okay.
not this one.
All right. Make me a nature check.
Nature check. Nature. Oh, I actually have a +2 to nature, so I'm gonna burn inspiration for that one. Sorry, you're fine. Okay, so I've got 2 that I can give away again now. Oh, that's much better.
You only
Let's
have a
do
+2.
16.
16.
To
Yes.
nature. What's your intel? Your intelligence is only 14?
It's a 15.
Oh, I thought you were smarter.
I'm very dexterous.
Ah.
Smarts are secondary to dexterous.
So
But I'm
that
still pretty
that was a very powerful hit of cold, and it doesn't feel like it did quite enough damage.
It's
They're
resistant
just
to
gonna have a lot of
everything.
resistance.
It's just resistant to everything. Okay. I wonder electricity maybe?
The
Okay.
Can you
Force.
do your can chromatic orb be force?
It can be force, it can be
yeah, but
actually
you
no, not
specified
force.
cold.
It can be lightning. And it
We
can be
do
poison.
force.
Yeah, we can do force because I doubt that they're resistant to force damage
Nothing.
Okay. So that's your
unless you have a root.
your turn. Yes.
Yep, I guess that's all I got.
Okay.
But it can be poison and it can be lightning. So those two seem like it could be possible.
Maybe lightning.
Not
I feel like
force.
lightning might out of the two of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking we'd be gone for
Wanna
poison.
go up?
We can't go out.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My
The
bad.
DM's smiling. Shut up.
So there are 3 vines that your earthen thing has raised up to the level that they can reach out and try and grab you,
No.
and all 3 of them are going to attempt.
I'm up there.
Oh,
Just
you're right.
help.
You're right. You're right.
So is Nyx.
And so is Nick.
Anymore.
No, Nick's is not.
Yeah.
It's gone.
That's right.
You left us.
You are correct.
I'm gonna try to do something from the ground. I'm the
You're
only one who
smart.
got out.
Yeah.
If nothing on, I go prepare to death first by myself.
Please.
I at least kept the vines from getting in the door.
Odds or evens.
Yes, you did.
Odds.
I mean,
Okay.
also nothing.
So
has to
2
be
of them
out
are
the door.
actually going to come
One
after
more day.
you, and one after Sploof. So we'll do Sploof first.
Okay.
So this vine sort of bends over and tries to wrap around you.
It will probably be successful.
Not with a natural 1, it won't.
Oh.
So then the other two are going to come after you, Eliash. 22 and 21.
Yes.
Okay. So from each of them, you will take 11 points of bludgeoning damage,
So 22.
22 points, and you are grappled.
Like I said, I thought.
Okay.
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 All right, and that is the end of their turn because none of the rest of them can take any actions, and so we will go to Clara.
Okay, Clara, seeing the wall now in front of her, is gonna go up top.
Wait, if everybody leaves, I can do enemies abound, have it attack itself.
Well, I don't think it
That
can
would
attack
require us
itself.
to leave.
Yeah,
And we
And the only way out is up.
But-
Because
it will kill itself, and then we just.
no, this is multiple.
So, from a mechanic's perspective,
Right.
is this multiple targets or a single target?
It is multiple targets.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop shield, shield of faith, and as a so as an
I
action,
like the way you think, Chipper.
right?
So as an action,
I'm casting
No.
spirit guardians.
okay.
So swirling around Clara in like a 15-foot circle is little. They're like disembodied hands.
Whoa!
Like skeletal hands, and anywhere they can, they're reaching out and grabbing onto a vine, and where they do so, there's a little flash of black.
What the hell kind of
Okay.
spell is this?
How many can
Anything in a 15-foot radius, and I am designating the party to not be affected.
Okay.
Oh,
How,
this
so
nice.
anything.
You are a powerful
Anything.
minion.
Yeah, anything but these guys.
Okay. 15-foot radius with the size of the tower. You're probably gonna. You'll get the three that are going after Sploof and Elias.
Okay, so they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
What spell is it?
Spirit guardians.
Such a good spell.
Yeah, it is.
This is really
This
cool.
is what I use
I'm
against
very
the
interested in
demon
you.
balls in Jordan's name.
Okay. So what is the DC?
Barbarian?
Her DC is
Barbarian?
14.
14. So
This is a spell.
Yeah.
so two of them fail, one of them succeeds.
It's advanced.
Are those two the one holding me?
So 15 for failures and
One of them is.
so 15 for failures and 7 for success.
The other way around.
Oh, that's right.
No,
They
if it
failed-
succeeds
failed
on
to
the
save.
Yeah.
save, it takes half damage.
Yeah.
So
So
6.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the other way around.
Oh, you
Oh.
did.
Doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
Anyway.
Doesn't
we all
matter.
know what we're doing. We
Yeah.
played this
15
game
and
before.
7.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Anything else? So you.
And yes, actually, then as a cantrip, let me make sure that it is a bonus action though.
I don't think a cantrip is a bonus action.
Some of them
are.
are. Depends.
Okay, that one is not, however. But okay, so that's it.
So that's it. Okay.
And I'm also just putting myself, as close as I can to things.
Okay. So my line of 12s. Who goes next?
Alright.
Probably me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Have any of them dropped me because they got hit?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to attempt to escape the grapple.
Okay. Make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Now this is cool because
Before that, let me. Before you do that, let me do this because something else happens too.
okay.
Oh, that was what's that called? Radiant damage, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
It really doesn't. You take 20 points of poison damage.
Okay, so it has poison,
Dwarves
so
have
it's probably...
Yes.
Yeah.
But if it's not a roll.
It's not a roll. It's
No.
just
No,
They have
it's
resistance to poison.
Poison damage.
Yep.
Yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you can cut that in half.
Yeah.
30.
Advantage on poison save.
Yeah, advantage against resistance to poison and advantage against poison. So.
Okay. So make your either athletics or acrobatics check.
And because I have squat nimbleness, the squat nimbleness feat, I get to do this with advantage to escape.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So you're going to be able to get loose. Yes.
Ah, do I have any movement?
I'll say that took about half your movement. So you got half
I'm
of it.
jumping off the tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
And take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do I get to do a roll to see if I can have that?
For what?
To fall properly?
To roll upon impact.
Acrobatics.
I'll give you an acrobatics roll.
Now, it's jumping off the top of the tower,
14.
but isn't the earth like up against the tower now?
Yeah,
like,
but it's 20
Yeah, but
feet
it's
even
up.
with the tower.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Like, you
Gotcha.
could jump up there,
14.
but still.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
So 5 points of damage.
Yeah, 5 points of damage. All right, and so you are now at the base of the tower.
Woo! I made it down.
All right,
My turn.
Meyer.
Just jump.
Okay, I am going to. Sorry, Gideon.
oh dear.
No, I'm going to take haste away from him, and I'm going to cast it on myself.
Oh.
So I have disadvantage for.
Nope. You
You'll get
are
this.
unable to move for your next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is fine for now.
For now. It's
All
fine.
right.
Everything's fine.
And then I'll cast it on myself.
Okay.
Use my movement to go up top,
All right.
and then I will.
So technically, you move double your speed, correct?
Nope.
No.
Not according
You
to
get an
no,
extra
no.
action.
You get
That's,
extra action.
3.5.
So run.
All right.
We could have gone on the top with the regular action.
No, just my movement is going up. But no, I'm a good guy. I want to make sure everybody else gets out.
What
Except
is she
Gideon.
actually doing?
So
Except for the last
Relatively
person
good
at the bottom
things.
of the tower.
I'll wait for you. As long as I don't die. And then I will cast Eldritch Blast.
So from the bottom of the tower, you see the sort of green flame start at your feet and work its way all the way up and siphon off out the door to the top, and then yeah. All right.
Okay, so the first one, let's say 15.
That'll hit.
And the second one is a 11.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Okay.
So that will be. Oh, that's disappointing. Desperation is bad.
I don't think.
Oh, for damage?
Yeah. Not
Okay.
for damage.
1 point of damage, force damage. Yay!
All right.
I still deal better damage.
Just be compensating.
All right.
It's fine.
So you have another action, right?
So,
Casting Eldritch Blast would have been it, because casting Haste is an action.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Gotcha.
So for now, that's it.
All right.
I get it next time.
Gideon.
Changing my packed weapon back to. Oh,
Before anything,
oh no.
it hasn't often happened in the midst of battle, but today it does.
Today's the day.
Oh!
You feel a familiar sort of tunnel vision effect as your vision goes hazy.
Great.
What is this, DM?
I know what this is.
You have your vision, your memory is taken back to something that you have no memory of. This is something external to your actual life history. You see you see someone you've only ever seen in portraits and tapestries. You see your grandmother. She has a dagger at her throat. And she is riding in a carriage somewhere. The rest of the details surrounding it are hazy, but you are seeing her from someone's perspective, from someone's point of view, sitting in the seat opposite her. There's a conversation going on, but it's muffled. It's dark. It's more just the impression of what's going on than not. The carriage stops. Your grandmother and the person holding the dagger to her throat step down. The vision that you are following steps down and follows after her. And you see, across a clearing, your grandfather. It's a very familiar face to you. And he is trying mightily to maintain his regal bearing. He is trying very, very hard to mask the terror and the fear in his heart and the anger that has gripped him. The voices remain muffled, but you do see your grandfather acquiesce to whatever was said. And a robed, cloaked figure crosses the clearing to stand at his side. The vision that you are following sort of nods, the dagger is taken away, and your grandmother starts to cross the clearing as well. That is when the vision you are following summons a packed weapon, wreathed in green, and slashes at your grandmother.
Okay.
As the weapon makes contact, there is a flash of horror from your patron. The flame on the weapon flashes red and disappears, but the damage is done.
Ooh. Poor
And
grandma.
she falls dead at the feet of the attacker.
Oh.
The packed weapon has disappeared. And he turns, and as he turns, I need you to make me a perception check.
Shit just got real.
19?
As he turns, you see the face of the person who was holding the dagger to your grandmother's throat. And the face wears a mask of horror, and it is a familiar face. It is a face that you have seen and known very recently. It is a familiar female dwarven face. And that's where we're going to leave it for the night.
I love you so much,
And that's where we're going to leave it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. On that cliffhanger, we will see you guys next time. Do look for us to probably have an earlier, maybe, session next week, and then a later session the week following that. We will get those details. We will get the details of those scheduled changes for the next couple of weeks out to you guys as soon as we hammer it out and figure out what we're actually doing. I hope you guys had a good time. I was waiting for the end of the night to spring that on these guys. They didn't see it coming. But we're gonna have a good time. We'll come back and we'll get to the bottom of all of the shenanigans
Oh, she clipped
next
it.
time.
Yeah, I was clipping it too.
So if you are new and you want to get caught up, we're going to sometime, hopefully this week, have a recap of everything that has gone on in the last 20 sessions. We are 20 sessions in. That means we are just over 60 hours into this campaign. So we'll do a recap so you don't have to watch all of it. If you're a glutton for punishment and want to, it's on our YouTube channel. I think they're putting that up for you right now.
Yes.
Also join us on our Discord channel. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on there. The YouTube channel also has episodes of a series we are calling Cover Your Assets, where I and a couple of my friends get together and we talk about custom content for D&D. We've had a lot of fun with that, and we're hoping to make that a real big part of the channel as well.
And guys, if you haven't checked out the stuff in our Discord that Chipper Snacks is leaving, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's so
Like,
funny.
she's illustrating this as we go along, and it's really wonderful. So I think she's putting it in the crafting section. Some of the original ones are left in the Welcome Lounge, but I think tonight's mostly she ended up putting in the crafting section. We might end up just having like a notes from the historian part that is
Ooh,
just
yes.
like
I'm okay
her
with this. Yes.
illustrations of our weirdness.
I am
It's-
so
it's
okay
really
with this.
fantastic. So go and show her some love. She's a YouTuber, streamer as well. I'll throw a bunch of shout outs for everybody on there. But yeah, check out all of the fun stuff that she's been doing, because it's been really fun to watch.
So thank you guys so much for being with us. We had a blast. Hope you did too. Join us next time. We'll let you know when. Until then, don't forget, if you have a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.